Hey everybody, welcome to DatSmokeShow, episode 13.
Yeah, man.
Spooky 13 for Halloween. How's it going, everybody? Hope you guys are having a good day. How's it going, Wes?
Awesome, man. Big up, Potent Ponics. Hope you're living well. Hope everything's going good over there in Thailand for you, man. Hope you were telling me before the show the seeds were popping and growing like crazy there, and you've never seen vigor like that. And that's amazing.
Yeah. Shout out to Jordan of the Islands. We have some candy slurricane that is just fucking killing it right now.
Nice.
We got some. I stopped down at Infamous Gardens. He'll be our guest on the Growing with Fishes podcast tomorrow, and we'll be talking to him. But I managed to get some stuff from Jordan from the river from him down there, and then some of his awesome Thai crosses that he's done down here. So really excited to run those. We have just a ton of stuff. We got a bunch of puck crosses. We got GMO root beer crosses. We got licorice lime crosses. We got just all the good stuff here on the western side, and then we have a bunch of Thai stuff. In fact, we're gonna pick up some more Thai stuff over the weekend. We got to do another run down to Bangkok next week, so
nice.
Pick up some more. But yeah, it's been good, and then just getting everything kind of slowly up to speed. We have a bunch of new construction. I got a little block of oh, you guys, which camera? Hold on, my bad. There we go. Maybe we'll smoke some of this in a bit. I was kind of breaking some up to see if it was palatable. This is that Thai brick weed. I thought you guys would be entertainment out of me choking to death on it. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
But I will say that there's the seeds out of this thing are like fucking black, like jet black. The lighting
pretty cracked.
But like, look at that.
That is black and very round.
Yeah, spherical and like polished, and well, the polishing is probably from the compression, but we'll see how this stuff goes. It'd be interesting to see what the structure is on this. Obviously, it's just brickweed, but there's a chance it's Cambodian or Vietnamese because a lot of the lower quality stuff out here is. So it'd be interesting.
A lot of that stuff came out of Laos as well, out in that area of the world.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff moving around out here right now. Especially since Thailand's legal and everywhere else isn't, so there's a lot of it flowing to Thailand right now. I'll put it that way. It certainly isn't hard to find American stuff advertised as American here. I'll put it that way.
That is crazy. That is unbelievable.
Oh yeah.
But it's the way it's always been. I suppose I shouldn't imagine it any different now. So
right,
finds it where it needs to find its way.
I wanted to give there was something else. Man, I am blanking. Oh, I know what it was. So did I show you the blunts and stuff we got last week? No, I don't think I did. So we went down to Buri Ram last weekend, and it was a lot of fun, and hanging out with M and some of the other great people down there. 1 second, I'm almost done. I'll show you that. But he'll be our guest tomorrow. Oh, here it is. I thought you guys would love the fucking amazing packaging on the giant blunts here. Sweet. Comes with Christmas lights that glow. Like, just come on, that's ridiculous. Anyways, I thought it was too funny.
That's certainly beautiful.
Gullible gringo for sure, but I thought it was too entertaining not to buy. Besides, like, the exchange rate here is not too bad, but weed is more expensive in the US. It's fucking stupid. You gotta fix that. For the good stuff, yes. Obviously not for this. This was $80, which is $1.80.
Oh wow, that's something.
Yeah. How's everybody doing out there in chat land?
I need to get my chat open.
Welcome everybody in chat.
Let's see, I moved, I did a bunch of construction on my fucking grow room. I had this window that's just been like boarded up and just causing condensation problems and stuff. So I
Mhm.
fucking took it out and just built a wall in behind it and re-insulated and put her back right. And yeah, then I moved a bunch of plants over to flour. I put some peanut butter cookies into flour, some grandpa stash, some
Nice.
mac and cream, and I'm sorry, not mac and cream, mac and jack, and shit, what was the last thing? Well, anyways, and a couple other things. And then moved a bunch of my little seedlings up from a bunch of island sweet skunk up into my veg area, and yeah, just
Nice.
moving, progressing stuff along. Yeah, pretty
Anything
on
else
the.
you're looking? Anything else you're looking forward to popping soon? Or?
I like, man, I got so many seeds. We could do a show on just like seeds that I have sitting in my stash, like just like you could fill a couple hours of just what's in there. Like,
Nice.
yeah, no, and then like it's always even without me purchasing seeds, it constantly adds to itself because I got that lifetime subscription to Ethos that just keeps sending me seeds too as well. So
Nice.
which is
Nice. That's dope.
yeah, that was dope. It was real reasonable. It's $300 when I bought it, and like I've gotten probably 400 or 500 seeds from it now.
Holy shit, that's not bad.
Yeah, no, it was totally worth it. It was totally worth it. But it was like basically a GoFundMe that he came up with himself,
Mhm.
like to I think to fund his operations growth.
Mhm.
And you get 3,000 people in at a few $100, and all of a sudden you're looking at a couple $1 million, right?
Mhm.
So I mean, it was smart on his part, that's for sure.
Oh
He
yeah.
sure gathered up a bunch of money really quick when he needed it. So
Hell yeah. That's
props to
fucking
him.
dope.
That's how you build something.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, that's great. I shit. I thought I had another bag up here. Sorry. Um there's something else I was gonna show you guys. I'm trying to remember what the fuck it was. Sorry, I'm a bit scattered today. We have a have our inspection in a couple hours, so we've
Oh
been
shit.
making
Yeah.
sure everything is tip top for the inspector. But other than that, yeah, everything's been going really well. There's something else I was going to say. Oh, I'm just looking forward to. There's a couple of cool events. There's High Thai, which is up in Chiang Mai, on. I know it's Thai High. It's like
That's awesome.
that's pretty fucking great. That's going to be up in Chiang Mai on December 10th and 11th. So we'll be up there hanging out in Chiang Mai. We may or may not do a trip up there before then, but it's probably going to wait to go up there. And then there's the big show in Bangkok on November 30th through December 3rd or whatever. We'll be down there at that. So that'll be fun. So if you guys are around, let me know. And anybody listening to the show in Bangkok, we will be down there this weekend. So, or early next week rather. So hit me up. If you're in the area, we'd love to get together with you guys and hang out and maybe get some beans from you and purchase some beans from you guys and whatever else. So always looking to network with more of the community out here. So other than that, let me pull up the some pictures from this week. So I don't know if you guys have had a chance to check it out, but I had a really cool video series I posted this week on um, how to make your own IPMO. So how to create your own pest control organisms. So let me
Yeah,
throw
that
that
was
up.
really cool. That was really cool. It was amazing how that hyphae or whatever you call it was growing just everywhere, all over them bugs and shit already. Like that was that, man. It just must grow so fast down in that tropical heat. Like,
Pull it up here. Oh, wrong ones. I gotta stick to using one account on my phone. I got too many fucking photo accounts now with Google. All right, here we go. Sorry, guys. Okay. Video is going to be good for you guys. This one. Make sure it's muted. I apologize for not being more prepared. Again, scrambling a bit this morning. All right, here we go. So this is a good, healthy IPMO collection from the space here. So there we go. And you can see how, so this is just a mix of crickets and rice. I'll show you that. You can see the crickets in there, but the fungi completely infects everything in there. So you don't have to worry about, you know, dealing with whatever. It's pretty great. So they basically will consume the different insects that might be in your grow or in your garden and infect them with fungi and work similar to Bavaria bassiana, Seraphium ceracea, except you can make this on your own. You don't have to purchase that stuff. You can, you know, create your own solutions that are very similar.
That's awesome.
And by harvesting the local ecology and weaponizing it against your insect population. And you can see how the fungi has just gone completely through that block within, you know, 5 days of being put out, which is incredible. The climate here is, you know, very hot, so everything grows quickly.
That's awesome, man. That's some of the best fucking IMO I think I've ever seen. Definitely better than any I've grown, that's for sure. That's amazing.
Let me show you the preparation. Here we go. So that video is good, but let me go back a little bit more. Oh, here we go. All right, you guys can check this one out as well. So you can see here we have our bag of crickets. You can get crickets by the kilo at the market here, which makes this really easy. It's much better than insect frass. So, but we can get scorpions, centipedes.
What do they use the crickets for? Do they actually use it for food, or is that for like feed of some sort? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they eat them. In fact, they bought a bunch of silkworm larvae. I guess we're going to eat those soon. I've never had silkworm larvae, so that's going to be fun. But yeah, it's really common. I mean, you can go, if you go to like most of the little, like any area, there's a lot of food stalls. You'll see one or two selling the crickets and stuff.
How do they prepare them? Do you know?
You saute them. They dry cook them with like spices and kind of like, I don't really know what an American equivalent would be. We don't really dry fry many things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they kind of put just a little bit of oil in it, just enough to have something to stick to them, and then some spices just to kind of spice the outside, and then they just roast them. So
I don't think I'll be able to try them. Unfortunately, I'm allergic to, I believe I'm chitin. It's chitin I'm allergic to. Because it's not really the shellfish it's chitin in the shellfish that gets me. So can't eat crickets, I don't think.
No crickets for you. And you can see here we put them in. So we mix the crickets with the rice. We put it in the basket once it's finished, and then we collect it from the forest. We have a much longer video over on my my YouTube channel on this, and we'll have a second part to that too, which will go over how to brew it into a tea, application rates, what insects it works on, and all that. That's coming soon. I'm just waiting on the air pump to get here, so that hopefully it'll get here today. If not, maybe tomorrow it'll get here, and then we'll be able to start filming that part of it. But we'll have that out next week or the week after, depending on travel. But yeah, just kind of gives people a new way to go about this. And big shout out to Chris Trump for teaching me how to do it.
That was a great idea he had there. Very serendipitous how he learned it from those weevils, but.
Yep, absolutely. Where's the other bit here? Here you go. This is the other video I wanted to show you guys. Oh, wrong button. That's Discord. I'll do that one. There we go. So you can see here, scooping the cooked cricket rice into the baskets.
Delicious.
Definitely not something you see every day, especially like 10 kilos of it.
What does it smell like? That's my question.
It smells good. It smells like
Like rice and peas.
not like rice and peas, but I don't know. It smells like I don't know. It smells like some form of cooked meat with the rice. It doesn't smell bad.
Really?
Yeah, it smells kind of pleasant. I mean, maybe not like pleasant, but it's not. Doesn't smell, off-putting. I'll put it that way. So I thought it'd be fun to show you guys that. So yeah, I highly encourage you guys, if you're struggling with stink bugs or leaf hoppers, or what else does this work? Scale, blister beetles, Japanese beetles. I'm trying to think what else we've used it against. Quite a few things that are normally grasshoppers and crickets and weevils. Those are the different things that it's particularly good against. So keep that in mind if you're making your own inputs and things like that.
I was hoping
the other thing it does is it has a ton of bioavailable chitinase, similar to what's the one Coot talks about all the time? The malted barley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
really
it would
to
have
that.
to when and the fungus and the bacteria is there in the breaking it down. They would have to be chitinizing bacteria, like to get through those insect shells.
Yep.
Yeah. As well as be releasing, making all that plant available while it's converting it.
Yep. Yeah, no, it definitely helps quite a bit, and yeah, definitely something to check out if you haven't already. Again, go check out the video on potent ponics.
That's sweet.
Yeah. The other cool thing I got a chance to oh, here you go. Well, never mind. I can't post that picture. It'll get us flagged. Some of the cactuses here are in bloom. I'll let you guys figure out.
Okay. Yeah.
They'll definitely flag me if I post that. The other thing I want to mention is how hardcore it is to put out IMO boxes here. I know I'm not joking. So mind you, that's what all the branches and trees look like. And there's vipers and cobras here and retics. So like,
so you're like
you tell me
tripping
what
like
in that
every
picture
step.
is a
You're
snake.
like,
Yeah. Oh, and there's lots of biting
man.
ants, and they have chiggers here, which was a fun discovery. So, the IMO collection is a hardcore sport here. It's not like waltzing into the nice forest and putting my box by the pine tree. It's like
you come back and there's a cobra in your box.
Yep, I'm waiting for that one, man. I'm that would be cool. I would be happy with that, right? I'm just break my flute out, put my turban on.
Nice.
But yeah, so they have had cobras, monocled cobras here at the farm. We do have them in the area. We live far enough from the forest where we shouldn't get king cobras here, but they are in theory in the area. But in general, they kind of avoid farmlands because people harass the shit out of them. So they kind of just generally stay up in the forest. So that's an interesting thing about here. But yeah, I mean, it's just ridiculous. Like,
I can't believe
you're
how
constantly
bendy
seeing
that wood is.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's nuts.
That's like yeah, it totally looks like a snake, but like how strong would that wood be for actually making stuff after? Like that'd be actually really good wood for, like, I don't know what you'd use it for. It's so crooked, but if you can find uses for it, like, man, that would be strong.
Yep. And we had a chance to go down to the Khmer temples last weekend. That was super fucking cool too. They're like 1,000 years old, so that was really neat. Our breeding rooms are coming along. We have 7 breeding rooms and like 14 drying rooms that are all coming along nicely. So that construction hopefully will be finished in the next 14 to 30 days. And then we can start moving into there, and then they start building all the new greenhouses. We have a whole new greenhouse complex that is going to get started sometime in November.
So can we assume that Breeder Steve might be bringing back some of his old stuff, like maybe his grapefruit or his shishka berry, perhaps?
I don't know.
Either of those would make me very happy.
You'll have to stay tuned to find out.
Oh well, that sounds wonderful, because those are some wonderful selections that he gave to me back in the day. Those would bring back some nostalgia to my grow room, that's for sure.
Well, I have to be careful how I answer that, but yes. But yeah, I don't know. It's definitely an interesting out here. And then just dealing with the different bugs. We have a couple of sacrificial plants that we sit outside that we're kind of just monitoring to see what flying in and attacking shit. Yeah. So, but I mean, so far, not at our farm, but at other farms, I've seen spider mites, that micro miniature species of broad mite that is, like I said, maybe 25% bigger than a trichome head. They are fucking tiny, like crazy tiny. And if I, thank fuck, I know how to look for broad mites and russets, or I would have seen them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And then whitefly is an issue here. We saw whitefly in the mountains that grow up there. So, seems like they have all the Western stuff plus a few things. So
it's weird how the pests just don't kind of balance out there with the like there's not predators to deal with the amounts of spider mites and stuff. That's like, it seems weird to me that it seems like it's out of balance for some reason. But
yeah, the spider mites definitely is an imbalance, and I don't have a good answer for that one. But what was cool is I
wonder if they're invasive there then.
I'm not sure. I would fair to wager that the red mites here are probably native, just because of how long everyone seems to have dealt with them. But I guess it's possible. I think the weirder thing was that so I generally go swimming at 5:30 for a little bit just to do some laps. And a couple nights ago when it was rainier, there was a ton of mosquitoes. And then last night and the night before, I was out there and the sun started to go down, and then all of a sudden the mosquitoes showed up. But then 2 minutes later, an army of dragonflies showed up, 60, 70 of them, and just picked off anything that came at me. It was fucking great. And it's just fun to sit in the pool and watch above you in the sky, this little air war going on. It was freaking sweet.
Yeah, no, I'll pull a dragonfly out of the grill of my truck and stick it to the bill of my hat, because it'll just keep the fucking mosquitoes away. Like you wouldn't believe.
Oh yeah, I don't like them at all.
No, man.
Smell or whatever.
And the nature's most effective hunter too, as well. Dragonflies are. I think they're 90%, 98% efficient.
Yep.
Catching.
They eat 300 to 400 mosquitoes a day or something like that.
Yeah, man.
They're awesome. But yeah, so I don't know. Oh, you know what? I'll put it up on the camera. The rice fields here are about ready to get harvested. Oh, wrong button. There we go. So the rice fields out there are almost ready to get harvested. They're all flowering out, so getting the rice on them so they're not too far away. The beds are starting to dry out and everything, so they're starting to pump the water out or whatever. So I guess they're getting ready to harvest. So that's kind of neat. And then I've just been doing a lot of planting and seed popping mostly. Just kind of getting all the stuff that we need here, getting our soil mix ready so that these seedlings can go into the nice clean greenhouse. And kind of away we go.
Nice.
Does anybody in chat have any questions? Oh, there's a bunch of shit in chat. Hold on. Hope everybody's doing good tonight.
I do too.
Let's see here. Just as that fungi is purpose built, Jack. Hey Steve, Thailand pulling you in. Are you a citizen yet? No, I'm not a citizen yet, but there's an application in process to get a green card and stuff here. So I'll have that in hand here in the next couple of weeks. In fact, I get an update tomorrow. I might even get it tomorrow. We'll see. We got to pop in our heads in town and see what the latest is on it. But everything's coming along nicely on the paperwork front.
Yes.
AFPAC hash plant again. Oh yeah, he did have that really good Pakistani Afghan one. I forgot about that.
I never tried that one.
If anybody in chat wants to pop in, you're welcome to.
Agnes Beckett's has good taste in weed, anyways.
Oh yeah. What are some
Marcus?
Do you have any in your collection that you're particularly like, man, I really need to get around to popping these?
There's so many. I talked about the Big Sur holy weed. I just have some I have some really old school blueberry that I just never go back to, that I did a bunch of breeding with. There's really so many. I got so much I got a ton of sub cool stuff that I just never did anything with, just sitting there and just getting old now, and I need to do something with them before they expire, because they're starting to get their age. I mean, I don't know. I was, for so many years, I was just a seed collector, and just like, oh my goodness, I got to get that, and I got to get this, and I got to get that, and then I'd just be working with the cuts I always had and stuff, and popping the rare thing, but like not moving it near the speed I was purchasing that. And then finally, my wife started giving me shit for it, so I just kind of stopped buying them after the ethos packs, but after the ethos subscription. But yeah, I don't know. There's always so many. I get nostalgic about stuff I used to have back in the day, and a lot of times I want to regrow stuff, but I have so many things that I want to do in the future, just new stuff and stuff I haven't looked at all, that I'm just like, I already know what that's like. I don't want to do it again, so I tend to put that stuff off. So I don't know. I don't really go back very much. I grow something for as long as until I get sick of it, and then I just say goodbye to it, move along now. But
Nice. Let me go back to the question in chat here. Could collecting IMO at specific times of the year also prove functional to that point or a period of growth cycle? Example, spring IMO. So yeah, you generally want to collect every month, right? And then when you make your collections, you want to go a month or two before or after. Generally, like a month or like 2 months forward, 1 month backward is generally what I like to do. So we end up with 4 separate ones. So if I'm doing, like right now, it's October, right? So I do one for November and December into my liquid IMO batch, and one from September and one from October from last year. If I'm going to make a batch. So you combine those 4 into your liquid IMO to get the best population. So you're looking forward in time and a little bit back when it comes to the microbial populations. Hopefully that answers your question on that. But yeah, you absolutely want to do that. Or the other thing too is, hey, we have, let's just use an example. We have grasshoppers, right? And we have a plague of them. Maybe we're in Africa or something. And so because we have that plague of grasshoppers and all that, we know that, once they come through and then lay their eggs and die, there's a whole bunch of fungi that feeds on those corpses, right? After the swarm moves through, you could collect that behind the swarm, collect all the fungi that's breaking them down, then get ahead of it. Or, hey, I know that it's coming. We have some collections from last year after the swarm came through. Let's use that as the main thing before they come, so that we're kind of pre-inoculating with those fungi that break everything down. This way, they're kind of walking into a booby trap at that point, biologically speaking. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, Thailand's definitely beautiful. The other thing too here is, like, no one gives a shit so much about THC level. Like, people care a little bit in the stores, but most of it's just, is it good or not? Like, does it smell good? Does it look good? what did you pay for it? That's what's determining price more. People aren't directly basing price off a THC level, which is like super refreshing. It's for
Yeah,
the wrong
no,
reason.
the way it should be, yeah. The most flavorful thing, most scented thing, best looking, but not the just highest numbers on the fucking shelf. I hated when people would be like, this is the highest THC one we have here. So like this is the best. I'm like, man, like that other stuff probably put your dick in the dirt, but
So we did that trip all the way down to Buriram to visit friends and to see the cannabis market. The cannabis market, I guess there's some temporary regulatory halt to that kind of at least publicly sanctioned thing by the city. So we get there and it's just food vendors and there was no weed. And that was
it was
really
a
funny.
weedless weed party. Nice.
Yeah, it was a weedless weed market, so that was pretty good.
Nice.
But it is what it is. But we did find, and I want to do a video there because the guys are really cool, and it's a really dope spot. It's very small, but it's a really nice little spot. And like a 2 or 3 room little coffee house that just kind of like has like kind of more like a dive bar vibe with maybe like an Xbox or whatever on a TV, and then you know what I mean, that kind of thing. That's how this dispensary is set up. So it's like, I don't know, basically a converted house, but you walk in and on the left, they have like a lounge in the front. And then in the back, they have like a cafe, they have espresso and coffee and like non-alcoholic drinks,
Nice.
which is really cool. And then on the right side, they have like another little like lounge circle and stuff. So you can buy your weed, hang out, smoke. They have like bongs that you can use that are like, just owned by the dispensary. So you can be like, hey, let me grab the bong from the counter and pack my shit and smoke and hang out.
Nice.
And yeah, I don't know, it's super cool, and it's not right near my house, but it's the closest one within reasonable distance that has stuff that I would actually smoke. So that's kind of
Nice.
cool.
That's pretty sweet.
I don't have the name of the. Is it on the bag here? No, they didn't. Where's the weed I just bought? Too many baggies of weed, man. Too many baggies of weed. But we got some Colin OG, some Oreos, we got some frosted donuts. I might have smoked everything else actually. Oh no, there it is. And what is this one?
I definitely have seeds for that Collins OG. Oh, hold on a
Nice.
second. My dog's going nuts.
No worries. Hope everybody's having a good night. Again, the link is in chat. If anybody else wants to pop in and ask us questions, you're more than welcome to. I see quite a few great people in chat. American One, Zoe Slammer, Dags 420. Thanks for supporting the show, guys. We'll have another Thai breeder on tomorrow. We had a Thai breeder on last week. We'll have another one on this coming week. So it's been fun kind of hanging out, kind of learning all about the different ins and outs of the Thai side.
Nice.
What other things have you been working on in your cannabis grow? Any new planning, upgrades, adjustments, anything that you're changing in the last couple of runs that you think is helping?
My system is so simple, and I don't like to make any changes to it because it just runs tight and clockwork, and I can leave it for multiple days, and it's just requires water adding. So no, I'm not really changing too much. I've been using my fish water, but that's nothing's changed there, and I just I mineralize it with a little lactobacillus and stuff, and bubble it for a couple of days before I hand it over to the plants. But other than that, no, nothing special. Yeah, I'm as decoupled as you can be from the fish tank, but they seem to like it. They seem to like the water, especially the bedroom. No, nothing major. I do have a CO2 burner that I've never put up, and I've been meaning to put up. I need to find a controller to run with it, but I don't know what I want to go with. I need a good entry level. But
Milwaukee makes some really good CO2 controllers. We use those for all of our in saltwater aquariums. You use CO. Oh shit. How bad is that on the sound? Is it bad?
It's a sound, that's for sure.
All right, hold on a second.
Milwaukee, you say? Hold on, let me start Googling here. Yeah, man. So Milwaukee.
Sorry about that. I
not-
can't actually think about it. It's the AC repair guy. So when he that has to get fixed. It looks like they stopped now though. But
Is it
what was I
the?
saying? Sorry.
Oh, we're talking about the Milwaukee Air Pros there. I'm
Oh,
just
yes.
pulling them
So in
up there.
saltwater aquariums, we use CO2 to flash crash the pH with carbonic acid to dissolve calcium into the water for calcium reactors. So you can basically use the carbonic acid to plummet the pH inside of a chamber that has lots of calcium, aragonite or dolomite or something similar. You can use some magnesium compounds as well, but basically dissolves it into the water and then adds it back to the fish tank over time, kind of a little bit each hour. And they make really, really good ones. And, hey, if you can trust it with, a couple $100,000 or a couple $1,000 worth of reef coral,
Fish, yeah.
far more than a cannabis grow. So
Yeah,
they're
no.
very really accurate and reliable. And we'd never have that component fail. We'd always have a pump fail or something else that would fail before those units did. Here's the pond that we have here. That's going to be our fish pond for the greenhouses. So this is the pond that runs in the back. This will be, we're going to add aeration to this, and then we'll run all the greenhouse bays basically facing the end of this here, and then the plumbing will be through that. So we'll be able to use, the majority of the water. We'll have a mixed tank so that we can kind of infuse that as it goes into the plants. With, if we need to boost something or adjust something, it's no problem. But it'll
So
functionally
add some of your ferments or whatever.
Yeah, and this way I won't have to dose the whole pond because it's a lot of volume. This pond's deep too. It's like 12 or 14 feet deep.
And you said there was snakeheads and tilapia in there, was what you're saying on your video?
Yeah, I've seen snakeheads, tilapia, and betas in there. So
crazy. I thought snakeheads just like killed everything.
No, I mean they eat, but they're not murder machines. Like,
oh, I thought they were
when they have the babies. So when they have their babies, they'll kill anything just for coming near them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They're like the most. They're like the most legal fish up here in Canada. If they even catch word that you have them up here, the Fish and Wildlife Games officers will come right to your house.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%. Same thing in the U.S. They used to be really popular in the pet trade, and now they are ultra illegal.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Well, they just eat everything and outcompete everything in the environment usually, and then don't leave anything. And then once they're done eating all the rest of the fish there, they can switch over and just start eating algae out of the water.
I wanted to throw this plant up on the thing too, because I don't know what the hell this is, but it smells like weed. Like at the moment we parked and I got the door, I was like, holy fuck.
I don't know what you call that.
Somebody sent
it sure
me
looks like it.
IG. I'll have to find it again. But yeah, I mean it just stinks of that.
The little hairs almost look like friggin' not the trichomes, but the other little spiky ones that are on there too.
Yeah, I'll be right back. 1 second. I just gotta make sure I gotta.
Looks like those ones.
I'll let you take over for a moment.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's crazy. That we had one in Antigua that looked kind of just like it was a vine that grew on, and the leaves look exactly like cannabis. It grew all over the fences and stuff. And I was always like, man, I'm gonna plant my weed around these, and nobody will know. But I mean, it would have been pretty obvious. Yeah, man. And let's see. What's up, chat? How's everybody out there doing? Hope everyone's living well. Big up, Zester.
And at some point here, I'm gonna have to move the laptop for a couple of minutes because I got to work on the mini split in here.
Nice. Got to get that cold air running in the tropics, man.
Yeah, it is. Especially when there's 98% humidity, it is just no fun.
It makes your body do a lot of air conditioning.
All right, so we have some more questions in chat. American one, you're welcome to join us, man.
Yeah, please do.
I think the link in chat. Have you used the IPMO, IMO, or IPM IMO collection yet? Is electric abundant in Thailand, or is there rolling blackouts at times? We have a short blackout, maybe 15 minutes a week. Like it's like clearly someone hit a telephone pole or they're just rewiring a wire, some kind of maintenance thing, but it's never off for more than, a short while. I think an hour is the most I've seen it out, but yeah, I mean, does go down semi-regularly, but the biggest thing here with the power is that it's 50 hertz instead of 60 hertz. So I plugged in my, I have a here it is. So I plugged this in with an adapter that I guess didn't account for the difference in hertz. And there was white smoke coming out of all of these holes. that was like, okay, well, that thing's ruined, but I guess I'll go buy a new one. But for the most part, most of your devices, if you look at the thing on the back, unless it's really cheap, actually it for 50 or 60 hertz. So it's not that bad. Most electronics here work in Thailand. You just have to be careful that, like, if you have a power surge, it will fucking fry your shit. So make sure you use power strips. You don't plug anything into the wall. But that's, any country that's not
any third world country. Really. Yeah, that's pretty standard.
Yeah. Zimbabwe, we would have insane spikes on the power. Like we had to put a whole like inverter box on there to kind of stabilize the fucking thing because
it's crazy. I bet
breaking shit all the time. They went through like 4 fridges. The IPMO, yes, we've used the IPMO quite a bit. This year we use it on blister beetles, Japanese beetles, crickets, and more. We use it against Chris's Trump has really good luck with it against scale. So I've had good luck with it as well with caterpillars. It seems to kill caterpillars or, at the very least, infect them pretty well. So I'm not gonna say it's gonna solve them completely, but it certainly knocks them back quite a bit.
Does it? Do you find it works better on stuff that actually feeds off the plant?
It seems to work better on hard-bodied insects more than anything else. So like aphids, stink bugs, leaf hoppers, stuff that kind of have that harder shell on the outside. Grasshoppers that are more armored. Again, that's what it seems to be working much better on. And again, we don't have good solutions for scale and grasshoppers and stink bugs. That's the stuff that's like doesn't really respond well to Bavaria bassiana or
mechanically have to be removed. So you have to send out somebody by hand to pull them off. Like,
yeah, that's what children are for.
This is true.
Little hands are good for bugs,
I guess that depends where you are, but no.
No, but I mean, for your IPMO, you're absolutely like pay your kids a nickel per bug or whatever, and then have them collect a kilo of bugs for you. Like, you don't have to necessarily use crickets. Like, you can absolutely go get to the pet store and get a bunch of crickets, but you could probably buy a bunch of crickets frozen online for cheaper or something like that, right? So like, look into other sources or just get insect frass. Like, you don't have to go crazy like I did. You can just buy insect frass at your local garden center and call it a day. I mean, you can get a kilo of insect frass here for 75 baht, which is like $2 and change. So basically $2. So it's not like it's expensive either, but the crickets I can get for, it's a better product. If you can get live insects, especially insects from your area, definitely do that. Hey, Caleb, feel free to pop on as well, man. Now you've been working hard on a lot of different stuff as well. We'd love to see some more people pop on. I'm going to have to step away for a couple minutes here in a minute. So I'm hoping that one or two of you guys jumps on here.
Yeah, man. Before I have somebody to talk to, I'm terrible at holding this down by myself.
That's all right. Just everybody's a little busy this week. That's all.
That's right.
Super excited though. We have, man, I should just pull up the seed list of I can't rattle everything off, but I can certainly give you guys a couple of good ones that we got coming. We got Puck, Back Cross 3, Lemon Jeffrey, The Machine, Lady Marmalade, Dark Hollow, from Irie. We got some more stuff from Irie, but and then the GMO root beer crossed with Soto, the Red Lebanese Puck F2. Really looking forward to that one. That's gonna be really great. Root beer freeze F4, a bunch of those licorice limes. So black garlic. You were talking about the black garlic. Do you want to tell everybody a little bit about that strain?
I've grown it. I was a little disappointed. I thought it was going to come out blacker, but she was like, I will say for Jordan of the Island, those plants had uniform structure. They literally, like, I had 6 of them and they looked like clones. They every one of them looked exactly the same, and they are all absolutely beautiful. They were very aesthetically pleasing. People that tried it really did enjoy it. It had a unique scent. I didn't really equate it to garlic, but it had its own unique scent. It might have been more of a fried onion scent, or it had a woodiness to it as well. But oh, here comes the American one. But it was really good. I got it as a freebie and I was more than happy with it. I would definitely have given money for it. I was definitely moved Jordan of the Island onto my list of people to buy seeds from when from that free sample that I got.
Well, we'll have to get him on the other show. I think that'd be fun to interview him. And before we introduce American one, I just wanted to say that candy slurricane is the vigor on it is unreal. I was telling Wes about it beforehand. So it was like pop 48 hours and all the seeds are full blown blasting off, almost ready to throw their first true leaf after 48 hours. That's awesome. in the seed pop. So we soaked them overnight in water first, in full disclosure. But man, they are just, the vigor on them is insane. One moment.
Welcome, American One.
Wes and Foden.
Welcome, American One. I'm going to step off for a second because they got to fix something right here, but I'll be back in about 5-10 minutes.
Sounds good.
Okay,
man.
Great. Wes, It's interesting you brought up Jordan of the Islands. I actually was talking about, because I used his gear to make some beans. Nice. And he is old school. He has been around longer than me, I think, or just as long, perhaps. Yeah. And he is definitely a solid
yeah, breeder. That's what I've heard. And even Coot kind of throws shade on everybody, and like Jordan of the Island is one of the people he gave respect to right from the start. He's like, that guy's a hell of a grower, hell of a breeder. And I was like, holy shit, I don't think I've ever heard you say that about anyone. Like,
yeah. And it's interesting because he's seems like he's underrated. Well, he is a Canada
100%.
Guy.
He is probably the most underrated breeder out there right now. Absolutely. He's been in the game forever. He's never been the biggest name, but yet he's always been providing stuff, and nobody seems to really know about him that well.
Right,
a few old heads are like, oh yeah, every time you bring him up, they're like, oh yeah, I grew this by him and it was great, and I grew that by him and it was fabulous. But yeah,
and there was like a 3-year stint where he dropped off for a little while, but he's back on IG right now, and his website is up too. You could go there and get seed right now. So I encourage people who are looking for something a little different. That's like, everybody's about the hype now, which is like a shame because the real hype is hidden in places that people don't even look, in my opinion,
Yeah.
So but the more I shout him out, I feel better because I crossed my cheesequake with his godbud. People looking for something a little different. That's like,
we got a little feedback coming from you there, Jeremy.
Oh, that was my voice, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's coming back. Jeremy's hopping on here.
Very cool. But
second there, Jeremy.
Shout him out again. And so I had I crossed my cheesequake male with his God bud, and I got from him. It was called O God, which was God bud by OG Kush, and I hit both of those with that cheesequake, and all those beans were really good.
I really liked cheesequake, so I feel like that would be a really good selection.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody always I had Godbud that I only got real Godbud one time, and I swear to God the guy just harvested a week and a half early. I just was looking at it and just like, this needed to go longer, but so I've never really had a fair assessment on it, to be honest with you.
Right. Yeah, if you
Yeah.
grew it, you'd know. And all the crosses that he makes with that God bud is all good. Blue God.
He makes so many of them with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's a reason why, because they all end up doing good. So that's kind of was my thinking on too, using it. But when you brought up Subcool too, man, you should definitely get into those, because, and I was just having this discussion earlier too about what they call a breeder. And I don't consider myself a breeder. I'm more a selective pollen chucker, but I test what I pollen chuck, that separates a lot of us from this hacks. And Subcool was more or less just an F1 breeder. He never worked the line, but all of his offerings ended up being worth the effort. And that's the way I look at it, man. It's an effort. Start from seed, especially if they're regular seed, and get them to maturity. That's like a lot of time and effort. And Subcool never was never a letdown, with any of the beans I tried from him. So
no, that is true. That is true. Some of my prettiest plants came through him, and people associated with him, like Jinx and stuff.
Yeah. But I encourage you to pop those. They're probably getting old now if they're from the originals.
They are. Oh no, they're all original. They're all original packs. Yeah. No, I got a fair few of them. I collected them back in the day. I was a big fan. I was a big fan of his work.
I bet you if you explore those, you'll find some very worthy candidates.
I got some I definitely got some Jack the Ripper. I got some what else is there down there? Some Purgatory. I got some you know what? Let me take a break there for a second, and we should welcome Jeremy.
Introduce, yes.
Yeah. Welcome, Jeremy. Sorry, I got you muted there. So if you just want to unmute yourself and introduce yourself.
What's up, you guys? How you doing tonight?
Not bad, man. Where are you coming from? Where are you coming to us from, Jeremy?
I'm on the East Coast out in Virginia.
Oh, right on. Nice. What are you smoking on tonight?
Well, I think I got a little blueberry.
Nice.
I grew some blueberry last year. And it's getting pretty tasty now. I've got some Grove bags.
And who was the breeder? Was it the original DJ or?
I have no idea.
That's fine.
Yeah, to be honest, I bought the seeds. I bought some other seeds and they didn't pop, and the freebies did.
That'll happen.
Well, it was probably me. The soil I had, it was pretty fresh and wasn't cycling yet.
That happens too. But yeah, I grew a substantial amount of blueberry outdoors one year, and there was other plants intermixed with it, like not crossed with it, but like I had other strains out there too. And at the end of the day, that blueberry was my go-to favorite. And it was consistently lasted longer. Like as it got older, it seemed to get better, and I would still smoke it. Even I couldn't get sick of it. Let's put it like that. I never got sick of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had some other shit that was pretty good, but I don't know. Like I had everything in a big tub that was like, it was about 67, 68 humidity.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I bought some Grove. I bought a pound Grove bag, and then I bought a 10-pound Grove bag. And I was like, holy shit, when I opened it up and I realized it really was a 10, you could put 10 pounds of weed, fluffy weed in this big bag. I was like, wow.
Was it like a garbage bag size?
Damn near it. I bought
Yeah.
a garbage bag size Grove bag and it was only $10. I was like, holy shit, this is a way better deal than anything. And I was like, I literally called them. I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool if you made like a, I don't know, like a dry closet, if you will, out of, 4 sides of plastic material with a frame to where you could make a door and take your,
Yeah.
semi-dry weed and hang it up in this little closet. And you could still burp it, if you will, but you could get it to the stage where you were comfortable to leave it and it would retain all the terps and you could keep, several pounds hung and not have to trim it instead of hanging it in a warehouse like they do in California. Us small timers who are only allowed to have 4 legal plants, we could at least hang it up and dry it out properly.
Yeah. Especially in, like,
I think that is
Virginia.
the biggest problem that I see is, like
Post-production fuck-upness. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, plants know how to grow themselves. So as long as you get pretty damn close, the plant takes care of most of the shit. But when it comes down to drying it, the plants don't really do that on their own.
It's all up to you.
I mean, if they do, you might have some problems, especially where I live. I was born in, Colorado. So I understand humidity differences and stuff. It's
huge difference between Virginia and Colorado, dude.
Growing up, I used to think, oh, I'd love to go back home and I want to go, like every time you hear a Led Zeppelin song, it's like my spirit's crying for leaving when I look to the west. But, as an adult, I've made it back. I've smoked legal weed. I've slept on 14ers. And, bro, I have baked my ass off out in the hot sun with no water. And I'm like, when I got on the plane to come back home and there was green plants and water everywhere, I was like, yeah, this is home. I fucking love it here now. I have such an appreciation for Virginia and the water that I never had, just because I didn't realize what it's like on the other side, bro.
Yeah, but it's extreme though, man. The humidity I was in the Delamar Peninsula. The humidity was like pea soup there. I can only imagine coming from Colorado. It must have felt like a crazy change.
Oh yeah. I lived in Texas first, but
okay.
It was just as dry there,
Yeah. So wait, so Virginia's been like hemp legal for what, like 5 years? And is it now THC legal, or what's the frequency?
I think we're THC legal. So many different. I mean, I wish it was clear.
Right,
we can't get flower at the dispensary. There's only 5 dispensaries in the state. One of them fucked up, lost their license. I haven't heard what the latest is on that. It's despicable. We're allowed to have 4, 2 of which mature per household. Yeah. But yeah. I started a regenerative soil company.
There you go.
My name's Eden's Gate. I opened up to Steve a couple weeks ago. Matt Powers, he was on a Matt Powers video. And yeah. I was just like, wow. Steve's got some shit going on. It's amazing.
Oh yeah.
Always. Yeah, no, the man knows a lot about growing weed and a lot about everything else. He's a pretty incredible guy, man.
Yeah, just like
and loves to share it too. That's the best thing, is when you have somebody who's a teacher like that that's willing to share it.
I remember saying this like a couple episodes back, but let me reiterate, like Jordan and Subcool might be a little underrated. Potent Ponics' knowledge is totally underrated. He has seen shit that we'll never see and comprehends how to take care of things that we'll never see concerning the cannabis plant. You know, I think it's awesome that him and Breeder Steve are working together in this project, which is really like the best of both, the best of everything, man. They're gonna do great, without a doubt. They're gonna do great.
Yeah, man. All right, so you guys want to hear? I pulled up my list of subcool strains that I have.
Yes, hell yeah.
I have Jack the Ripper, Astro Snaps, Doctor Who, Cherry Lemonade, Mother's Tongue, although that's a Jinx one, Killer Grape, Dr. Cookies, and Chernobyl are my subcool strains.
Dude, I know that Chernobyl won't disappoint. That one's like been,
I've grown that a couple times and it was pretty goddamn good.
And you know what? That Doctor Who intrigues me because that's Time Wreck by Sonic Screwdriver, maybe. Right?
Yeah, and apparently that it is like completely PM resistant. Like apparently you can't catch PM with that one.
Okay. Because I also have a Time Wreck that's in my stable. And I've said this on other shows, that plant is unstoppable. Like, that's why I still have it. A couple of times I'm like, oh, it's going to go. And I had like lame ass cuttings, but that plant is the most persevering plant I ever had in my entire existence. And
I've heard of people getting time wrecks that will actually like there'll be one in like, I don't know, 20 that will actually like you break it and it will bleed like red. It'll get the blood from the what's that blood red, or I can't remember what the
blood wreck
name. Blood wreck, yeah. Blood, but yeah, with some of those will bleed bleed red as well too, which is crazy.
Yeah, I had 2 plants do that in my lifetime. It wasn't that one though, but 2 other ones. And it's always wild. I cut, you go to tap it, and then it's this bread oozes out. It's just crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
It is crazy and unexpected when you do get it. But yeah.
What are you smoking on, Wes?
Me, I am still into that Oaxacan Thai. Just getting near the end of the bottle there. And then I've been padding it up with a bunch of I ran a bunch of just trim through my pollinator and made a bunch of just grab the keef. So I've just been stacking each bowl up with those and just smoking the shit out of that, basically.
That's a winning combination, I'm sure.
Yeah, man. What are you smoking on these days?
I've been smoking mostly Blueberry by Cheesequake right now, and then I'm gonna have a straight up time rate coming up. And yeah, I actually crossed that time right with Blueberry, a Blueberry from AK Bean Brains. He's another one that's kind of obscure.
Yeah, that's another one that not a lot of people know about, but amazing stuff and like really old school, like the old school genetics and as you remember them. Yeah.
So I have I ran a bunch of his stuff, and every single one was a bell ringer. And a couple of them aren't all that terpy, but they were what they were. TK by NL5 Haze, which is just like a bell ringer,
Yeah, man.
But the Blueberry, he called it vintage Blueberry, and I don't know if it's from the DJ Shortline because it's way different than what the DJ Shortline was, but it's killer. And I crossed. So I had both a girl and a boy of that. And I crossed the time wreck female that I had with that Blueberry. And I have some in flower right now. And I'm really impressed. And a couple people grew it outside this year. And they're like,
nice.
Just keep hitting me up saying, "Yo, man, this shit is legit and awesome."
Nice.
So I'm happy about that.
Agnes Pickett says AK is a real deal. Respect. Yeah, no, you're exactly correct. And a good follow on Instagram. What about chat there? What do you guys think? Anybody, any underrated breeders that you guys can think of?
You know, I was saying a lot of quote craft breeders actually have really killer stuff, because I was saying, like, there was someone that's been growing for 20 years and they have a little selection of their mother plants like that. That's going through a search, you know what I'm saying? For them to pull out those and keep those in particular, there's something special probably about them that people won't realize. And a lot of the quote craft breeders or one-offs, you know, breeders, that shit is good a lot of times.
Yeah.
What about ethos? Does anybody like?
I grow a lot of ethos. I have one of those multi-passes that gets you the free seeds for life. Yeah, and so I get packages from him every so often with magazines and fucking seeds and whatnot. And yeah, I grow a lot of his stuff. I just because I literally for ethos right now. I didn't put down the last 2 orders, but I could go to my list and tell you everything I have on ethos as well. I got quite the list.
I was thinking about trying the Grandpa's Cookies #6.
I have not grown the grandpa cookies, but I've grown like the grandpa stash, which is half of the grandpa's cookies there. And it is fabulous weed. It is absolutely fabulous weed. It is yeah, just really good weed. I can't say enough about the grandpa stash.
Now, is he working with Phylos or
No, I don't
Okay.
think he's working with Phylos.
Is he
Maybe he is. I don't know. I don't think so though.
right? There was something I heard about him. Maybe it was just a market assisted genetics that he was using, but I know he's like, yeah, and I know he's got some funky ideas about. You heard about his what do they call it? Shit, not a super male, a male that's like a female, like I forget what he called it, but he has some you know what I'm talking about at all?
You mean like where okay, where you're making like S1 seeds or fem seeds, and then 1 in 100,000 will come out to be a male, like a complete male, but not expressing as a female, not a hermaphrodite at all, but expressing as a complete male. That's what you mean?
Oh, I don't know. No, I don't think that's what it was.
Because that's what I understand a super male is when you're making like S1s or fem seeds, and then 1 in 100,000. Oh yeah, Tiki man. I don't think he's underrated.
I bet you I could find it somewhere, but or maybe just a male that has resin on it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to.
Oh well, I like, man. You know what the craziest thing is? The only time I've ever seen a male with resin on it was a fucking goddamn autoflower. If you could fucking believe that. I'm just like, what? Like, this is the male that's covered in trichomes? Really?
Maybe. Oh yeah, alpha male, maybe super male. I don't know. I'll have to investigate a little bit more before I stick my foot in my mouth. But I knew there was something that he was talking about that seemed intriguing, and then kind of what's that word I'm looking for? Counterintuitive. It seemed like it wouldn't work maybe, but apparently it does, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. He does some really stuff. He does really close selective breeding. So like his stuff is good. It is consistent. But I mean, you don't see, you'll get like 2 phenos per pack. Like you won't get, and it's a lot. It seems to do a lot of like S1s from what I can tell. So he doesn't need to do as much testing as well either, right?
Right.
But I mean, I've really liked him so far. I mean, he's forum hated though. He is hated on the forums. Like, apparently, everyone says he's a dog beater, but I'm like, I don't know. I guess maybe he beat a dog one time. But
It's
Like,
yeah.
there's circumstances where I can see beating a dog and being fine, like when the dog is
It
biting
was
you.
chewing on your leg. Yeah, I would punch a dog. Listen,
all everything you do whatever
Yeah.
you got to do, get them off your leg at that point. I mean,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do about that? I mean, like,
I love dogs. They called me Dog Boy for a while because, like, even the meanest dogs would come up to me and hang out with me and stuff. But
oh yeah,
if one's chewing on me,
Crocodile
dude,
Dundee, the
Yeah.
dog that like bite your arm off, like you just
Right.
walk up and pet it, and they're like, "Oh my god, you just pet Butch? What? No fucking way!"
yeah. But if that dog latched onto my ankle, yeah, I'd be punching him. You know. Yeah. So,
I hear. You.
but
I hear.
But yeah. Oh, we had this discussion about how, would you not grow seeds from someone that you found out was a wife beater? And it's kind of conundrum, but a lot of people like, that's his business, his private life is his private life. And if the product is good, I'm buying it. I'm kind of torn. I don't know.
I don't know. I like to support good people before,
Yes,
if I have
yeah,
the choice, but like if I've already got the stuff, I'm not probably returning it or fucking
Yes, that's
throwing
what
it out
was.
to prove a point. I've already invested my dollars in it, so no.
That's exactly how it came out. The guy was on the stream and he's like, I have my, I won't say the guy's name. I have this person's genetics. What do you guys, I'm going to pop them. What do you guys feel about that? And a lot of people were like, yeah, I'd pop them. Hell yeah, I'd pop them. So yeah. But that was an interesting, like
well,
softball.
it's like a sports athlete, right? Like,
Yeah.
like
Yep.
okay, like there's been a lot of athletes that are just like terrible fucking people that just live terrible lives, right? But like we're not paying them to fucking to be role models. We're paying to pay
moral,
sports. Right. Like at the end of the day, that's their job. It's not their job to be a moral compass. They just assimilate to that job because they're in the spotlight. So it's better if we can push fucking more wholesome people up to the forefront. But I mean, I don't know. But then again, I would definitely avoid buying stuff from a fucking if I knew for sure the guy was a wife beater. But I mean, till proven guilty. Also, I mean, a lot of the stuff, especially in the cannabis world, is rumor and hearsay, and nobody really has any proof on it. So I don't know. I'd like to see the proof before I.
Well, yeah, this one was pretty much undeniable. They had like.
Well, then fuck him.
Yeah. Right. I wouldn't go buy his material now at all. So yeah, that's pretty much what it comes down to. But especially since if there's other offerings that are comparable, it's kind of like if you're an employee and there's two workers with the same credentials. But for whatever reason, you pick the one. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
What do you think, Jeremy? No comment.
You've got it. You got it nailed pretty good.
All right, good.
However, there is always a little forgiveness.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing too, is that's one of the things I hate about cancel culture right now is like we're not allowing anybody a fucking room to grow or develop as a person when we're fucking looking through their fucking comments for the past 10 years and finding whatever we can find to pull them through the mud. I mean, like people are allowed to change and grow and have different opinions than they did a long time ago. I expect everybody has a different opinion than they did even 1 year or 2 years ago, not let alone 5 or 10 years. Some of the stuff that people are getting pulled through the rake through the coals with, now
that one judge contender, they brought up his like high school, he hit on a chick too hard.
You were supposed to. You're in high school. You're supposed to be at keggers and chasing chicks and fooling, forming the fool. Like, what do you want? I mean, like,
that's.
Honestly, I feel that's a person who's better at judging me than somebody who's lived on the straight and narrow and is just like, you dirty little fucking weeder.
All right, good point.
Excellent.
That's 100%.
Yeah. When's the last time a judge sat in jail for 3 weeks for a joint?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, if they knew what what they actually sentence people to do, they might have a little more reverence for what they do.
Yeah, exactly.
But ultimately, I don't think that it's a matter of reverence. The system's so corrupt that that's just not going to happen.
Yeah, it's a matter of money, mostly.
Yeah, that's
AKA
right.
O.J. Simpson. And then again, there's a roundabout way. If the money gets them off, they get them with some other menial charge, and
Well, the lawyer
stick it to them.
makes the money, the DA makes the money, the judge makes their money, and so then they ship the kid on, and then now the system makes the money. The Department of Justice, and the for-profit prison system,
Prisons,
all that bullshit. It's like, okay, money, they pass along a buck when somebody shows up with, a little bag of weed that's illegal.
Yeah,
Man,
this should.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say quick. There should never be for-profit prisons.
No.
And for-profit healthcare. I mean,
No, exactly.
That's the problem with healthcare. They don't
Yes.
want you to get better. They want you to come back and spend another whatever for whatever. So they're not going to cure you. They're going to put a Band-Aid on it until it gets worse or something else.
I agree with that, but I also disagree, because in a for-profit system, it would still. I'm not going to pay the incompetent guy.
True.
I'm going to pay the competent doctor who heals me. He's like, okay, I need to get amino acids in you. You need to do this exercise, and you need to eat this kind of food. And we'll avoid drugs at all possible.
Right.
Take care of your health first, and then we'll deal with your problems.
Well, I don't know. I'm in Canada here, and I get really good health care, and I've never had to wait on anything, it costs I know way less than for my family than what my brothers and sisters that live in the States pay for their families. So I mean,
our system is totally screwed.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I would tend to agree.
When you look at okay, so when you look at every country and what does it cost?
No, let me just look. One of these packages that is going over to Ukraine could sure pay for a lot of you guys' health care. Can we go for peace? I'm just getting sick of this war shit, man. And diesel prices are supposed to double in the next 2 weeks here.
The truth is, I don't think the Ukraine has the capacity to spend that money as quickly as we're shoveling it on them. I don't understand this at all. Not only from the US, but the European Union is kicking them like a 1.5 billion every week or month or whatever.
And we're kicking the money too. And weapons as well. And so is the British, and so are the French. And I don't understand why they're on this trajectory for World War III, and they're happy for nothing else. Meanwhile, the weirdest thing was Zelensky made talking about negotiating for peace talks a crime in Ukraine.
Wow. Yeah.
How the fuck is that a crime? It's
the industrial military complex and how they run things. That's the only way to make money.
Yep.
That is true. There's a lot of very happy CEOs right now because the weapon shelves are being emptied and have to be restocked.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow everybody's got the idea that money has value.
It's surely running out now with this inflation that's happening. But
that's what happens when you print money for 2 years and you don't make any products.
They doubled the outstanding money in America basically in those 2 years. If there was
the exact same amount of products, the exact same amount of land, and now all this extra money in the fucking market.
That's what happened.
What did you think was going to happen?
Yeah.
Where in Canada are you?
I'm way up north here. I'm in northern Alberta.
Nice.
Not really. It's starting to get cold already.
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, that's when you bust out the HPSs to heat the whole house. That's what I do.
Man, I don't have them anymore. I got them all LED now, but the LEDs still turn off a fair bit of heat anyways.
That's true too. Just put a couple 1,000 watt LEDs in there,
Man.
you get the same heat. But yeah, your plants can't take it probably.
Yeah, now you can have like 2/3 more.
Yeah.
This is true.
But yeah, follow the money. There's a cabal, and
Well, yes, one would say so. I would say so, but I mean, like, I'm a bit of conspiracy theorist. Conspiracy theorist. Like, I mean, I always try to think with my lizard brain. There's a few people out there I'm like,
there's no conspiracy theories. There's prophets of what's going to be true 6 months later, dude.
There's 6 months. What's going to be right 6 months later, and what's completely wrong.
Which is scary, man. Because if we could see it 6 months early, that the people that are changing the rhetoric today knew it a year before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's totally disheartening to see some of the things that are happening right in front of my face.
Yeah. And the I mean, I couldn't believe like some of the lies that have been told, like, the Russians are shooting the power plant that they've held since March. What?
Right.
Why would they do that? Yeah. They blew their own pipeline
up that they're gonna get money.
Well, that makes perfect sense.
But you know what? Back to the warmongering shit. Knowing that we see this, right? We know that the weapons are getting off the shelves. Like there's Raytheon, Lockheed Martin, whatever, all those publicly traded companies. Maybe we should start dabbling in getting some like
shares
2 or 3 year options. Yeah, on those.
I mean, like if we were smart,
to our advantage.
Well, especially where they've now you guys have now agreed to sell them weapons to Taiwan too. So you're gonna back them now too. So that's
So Matt Powers, he pretty much explained it all for me. That's why I've been following this dude. Like, I've been trying to figure out how to linguistically, explain this. And it's the modality at hand that everybody's taught. Everybody's taught that there's this need for an extractive modality. You need to learn how to extract wealth, value, and money out of the system for yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that goes all the way up to the tippity top. Because that's where it comes from. The boss man's extracted.
And
so I
you see
value to the table, and he extracts it from me. And then, so this value adds up to the top of the hierarchy.
Right. It doesn't come back down to you. It keeps moving upwards.
Yeah,
it's extractive. So somehow you have to have inputs. So that's kind of how agriculture's been working. They have to have inputs because they've extracted all the carbon out of the soil. It's all gone, right? So all the biology has oxidated, and the oxygen levels, they're like, well, they're going down. Where's it going? The CO2 levels are rising. They're like, what's going on? It's the fuel. Those goddamn people and their fucking fuel. They're evil. But that's just vilification.
Yep.
Because all the biology is dying.
Yeah. So what they do is they'll sell you those seeds.
That's where CO2 comes from. And we know it because NASA has compiled, data analysis imagery that shows it. It's fucking marvelous. It's like obvious. It's like, and so Matt describes it to me, and it's like the regenerative modality. And I'm like, what's that? And it's like, there's these ways of tapping in, but you have to understand the whole system.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely never going to understand the whole system. That's for goddamn sure.
No, he's talking about like the regenerative soil.
Regenerative system. Well, yeah.
If you could get it all incorporated, you're good to go. But like what I was going to say quick is like Monsanto sells you the seeds so you can spray the herbicides and pesticides on those plants without it being effective, which kills everything else. So that means that you have to buy more fertilizer that now the plant can't get because all the microbes are dead from Monsanto's buddies or Monsanto themselves. And you can't get even heirloom seeds and shit. Yeah, it's a real fuck story. And
so what that's called is, the actual, what they're really doing is they're modifying the shikimate pathway, which is the plant has the ability to make its own amino acids. And there's 3 in particular that are the aromatic amino acids. And this particular pathway is what they're modifying. So the plant itself doesn't actually make these 3 amino acids. So to be factual, I don't know if you know about the plant health pyramid, but it won't never get out of stage 2 or 4 because it can produce the hormones necessary to create the secondary metabolites to get into level 3. So, you're kind of stuck down low. And so then you have to have insecticides, you have to have, and of course, then they come on with, urea and all. So then it looks green, it looks great, whatever. It produces it's insurable. And so they can profit off of it. But meanwhile, the carbon levels, at first it worked out great for the farmer because the plants feed off of high CO2 levels in the atmosphere. So, it's like when you put all this synthetic on it, the CO2 comes out of the ground and feeds the plants again. And so the plants are doing this little number while the breeze blows most of it away. Right. And so then over the years, they've lost all of the carbon in the soil, and now we're looking for ways to put it back. And that's where the regenerative modality comes in. It's like, I don't know if you've ever not paid your bills and lost all your shit and figured out, well, there's an extractive way of everything being gone, and now I got to regenerate. But I've learned, you ain't lived until you learn how to regenerate. And really, when it boils down to it, that's really what humans are. We're regenerators. I mean, the universe is full of entropy, and it is the king. You just need to ignore it. And you need to forget that ADD is a good thing.
Right.
It's a volatile universe. It's hostile. But hey, I can ignore that and we're all good. So ADD is good, y'all. But figure out how to do something with your soil, regenerate it, put some carbon in the ground. It helps your plants grow if you're trying to grow weed. So the CEC of your soil is going to be the best thing for rhizophagy cycle.
So what's your grow style there, Jeremy? Like,
soil. The thing that intrigues me about Steve is the dual root zone. Because of the diversity of the biology, that really intrigues me. I don't think anybody's thought of that, I don't know, when you guys talk about who deserves credit, and I don't know. I think Steve deserves quite a bit of credit.
Yeah, I agree.
100.
I mean, I'm friends with him on Facebook. I'm friends with forgive me if I don't say it, Guatemala Via. Via.
I'm not gonna be able to say that any better. So that's how you say it, exactly like that.
He's like an Indian, and he grows cannabis. He's been doing it for years. He's taught Matt all about what he's doing with cannabis for years, and how he used EM1 years ago. So I think he deserves a lot too. People don't know who he is, but I think he's helped a lot of people along the way. But I like how Steve has the database set up for the different plants.
That nutrient,
open nutrient project.
Yeah. I have a vision, like Matt's vision for the our soil database is more about testing the soil and creating individual samples that are all uploaded to a cloud so we all have access. And then, of course, John Kemp from AEA, he's working on Actually, it's funny because, you know, he's working on the artificial intelligence and the programming and how to analyze it, but he's like Amish, you know, like not even. So it's kind of funny.
Dude, John Kemp is one of the most interesting people to listen to talking about cannabis. Did you happen to catch? He did Matt Powers interviewed him once, and they like got off onto the sidetrack of, and Kemp was like, you know, plants don't grow because of NPK and micronutrients. Plants grow from energy. And he went off on this like little
resonance
sidetrack about paramagnetic soils, there's ley lines, and how there's theories that it's a matter of energy flow, and eventually like they're going to cut the harvest times down to like, you know, they could cut them down a month, a week, or drastically if they could figure out how to.
That goes back to that soil. You know, I read something just the other day that it really clicked. It made sense. It was a grower's secret blog on their website, you know. And it said you can't really overdo it with amino acids. And I sat there, I let it sink in, and I realized, wow, yeah, because all of the assembly of those amino acids has already been done. The hard work's done, fellas. Have a good time. And the biology just takes off. If you leave all those amino acids in the soil, the biology just takes off. You know, and if you look at it, the amino acids are carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and hydrogen. So CHON, you know, that's the basic of organic chemistry right there. And it's all in the amino acid. So if the soil is full of amino acids, then it ought to be rocking out some good biology. Your plants should be able to take over pretty good. There should be no inputs necessary. It should be regenerative. So the question is, well, how do we get our soil back to that state? And it's like, we need to figure out how to use ferments and biology, microbiology that fixes nitrogen. It cuts the bond with nitrogen gas. 72, what is it, 78%?
80, I think it's 80%. Yeah.
And it's like, Jeremy, well, how do we lock it down?
James White did a recent presentation where they claim every single plant on the leaves have nitrogen fixing bacteria, and about 30% of the overall nitrogen a plant gets in is from microbes. I meant microbes.
You guys know that like Impello, right? Impello Biosciences.
I've heard of them, yeah.
Out of Colorado. Like they have a 4 or 5 bacterium, but it's all aerobic consortium broth, and they're all like subtilis, and you know, like they're all nitrogen fixers, and like they've been making this for years, and it's like, wow, you know, actually my cannabis plant responds much better to that than it does the more of the fermentive EM.
Right.
But that could just be my soil parameters.
What's up?
What's up?
How's it going? So they're still fucking around in my room where the computer is and the AC. So I thought I'd come down and show you the nursery.
What's wrong with your air conditioner?
Oh, it just wasn't working right, so they're fixing it.
Yo, pin them up there, Wes. Can you do that?
Yeah, somebody pin me. Pin me, baby. Maybe I can't. Can I pin myself? Maybe.
There we go.
Hold on. No, okay. There we go. All right, so we got a bunch of different stuff. These are all the little starts. These will all get kicked out. I'm just going to let them finish off for the week in here, and then we'll kick them out to the greenhouse. And we have big white pots. These are all going to go into 5-gallon pots, and then we'll kind of see what comes of it. And then these are the new babies. We got some Siam syrup. This is nice pink and purple pestils. These have been in here for about 48 hours. You can see they're popping already.
Nice.
Looking great. We have these guys, so that's bubble pepper, and then the question mark is watermelon kush. I gotta put the right names on it. They forgot what it was when they were planting earlier. That's a nice thing when you have a bigger facility, you got workers to do a lot of the busy work. All right, so you can see here this candy slurricane. Look at that shit, man.
Oh,
Fucking ripping.
Yep.
So super stoked on those. We have this nice big room here. So we're gonna put two more racks here, and then we're gonna add 2 more shelves to each of these. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll have 7 levels high for clone trays. And then on this side, we're gonna add some more shelving up here. We're gonna fully pack this out with plants. And then we have another overflow room that'll be for extra stuff. But yeah, it's nice. We got AC, we got a humidifier. Make sure it doesn't get too dry in here with the AC. And then we have a whole bunch more down here.
Steve,
These
those are
guys are
regular.
a little bit farther along.
Those are regular
Yeah, just for
fluorescent
now.
bulbs, eh?
No, these are actually LEDs.
Okay, good. I was going to ask if they were LEDs. That's even better. Save you a couple of pennies, right, on the electric?
Yeah, they're 60K. Actually, let me find one it's not on so you can read the damn label. Here you go. But yeah,
Yep,
they're LEDs.
60K. Yep, 28 watts. Beautiful.
Yeah. But we got all these guys ripping.
Those look ready, yeah.
These ones just got transplanted, so. And we're watering all these from the bottom, so we just put water down here, it drinks up, and then we only have to do that 2 or 3 times a week. It works really, really nicely for getting these guys rocking. And you can see this White Widow Jada is just fucking raging.
Ready.
So
Yeah.
Then we got some White Nightmare, Blueberry and Blueberry OG. What else we got? Bunch of Thai stuff. So the rent, this is like Thai Paradise and Sunset of Thailand. That's just some good, decent Thai stuff that we got our hands on that we pulled seeds from. So we just popped everything. I did pull all the seeds out of that brickweed, and we'll pop that. I'll tell you what it comes out to. So there's the root beer GMO in the back, Critical Kush, Pam, Pakalolo, shout out Clackamas Coot on that one. Thai Dream, Big Sweet, Thai Paradise, Thai Latte, Legendary OG Punch, Royal Moby, Royal Kush, Dosido, whole bunch of stuff. Gas Mac, Vig Mac 2 from Brendan Rust. What else we got? Mother Gorilla.
So, Steve, how long of a veg do you anticipating for these?
So these are all for pheno hunting. So we're gonna throw them in. In fact, let me show you what we're gonna do with them.
And by the way, there's allegedly someone stuck something in the mail for you today. So
Nice. So this is one of our awesome guard dogs. He's got, if you guys are, he's got a nice little saddle for the Gorgonauts. For those of you that remember Indian in the Cupboard. So these are our nice screen houses, plastic on top, and then the nice air vent to split out, and then our, our fans here with the pallets. I'll show you how this all works. We just deep clean these, and we swap the black. Sorry. Swap the black shade cloth out for white plastic. It's much cooler in there. It's like 5 degrees colder in there than with the black. It made a huge difference.
And as well as reflects any light back on the plants too, as well.
Yeah. Well, I got to grab the keys, but you can see we have a nice control panel. All the fans and everything's individually controlled with separate breakers for each row and everything. It's really nice. We have our mix tank for mixing our newts. Some ferments from before. from last run and teas. So
yeah,
and then we have our other screen house here, and then we have our little tester, temporary spot for moving the little babies and stuff out. For this has a slightly finer screen on it. So, and then
Steve, but how long
Yeah.
can you veg them? Or are you going to veg them only underneath those?
yeah, so how it'll work is they'll go into here, and then when the sun goes down, there's lights. I don't know if you can see them down the center.
Yep.
And those kick on, and then that basically just makes the day longer, for 4 or 5 hours at the end of the day.
Okay, perfect.
So that stays in veg. So this will be veg, and these two will be veg at mom rooms. And then, oh fuck, they locked the gate. Oh no, they didn't lock it. I'll show you what we're gonna do. So they're finishing up the breeding rooms in there right now. And then we're gonna go back here. We're gonna blow out this fence. And then this is gonna be a fish pond. So this has tilapia and snakeheads and other shit in it. We're gonna add air stones to this to keep the oxygen levels up so we can start flowing through it. And then this is all gonna be greenhouses. They're gonna go boom, 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 boom. Because we can get 30 meters, 35 meters width before we're at the edge of the property here. So, and then this goes back all the way to the tapioca in the back there, which is about a quarter mile away. So we can kind of keep building greenhouses as we go along. I do need to pay attention a little bit while I'm out here though. Saw some snakes out here the other day. But yeah, it's really pretty here. All these nice lime trees, and they've cultivated for a long time. They're gonna clear all this out, and they're gonna dredge this pond out the back. So that'll get much deeper. From here all the way down, they'll berm up the sides, and they're going to backfill all this. And then there's another neighbor that needs an area dug out for their pond. So we're going to basically just take all the build up from that, add some stone to it to stabilize it, and then set up our greenhouses on top. And then we can run our drainage right back to here.
Very cool.
And then I'll show you what else we're working on. So we got all kinds of shit going here. It's fucking dope.
Nice.
And we have our breeding rooms and drying rooms, which I'll show you in a second. Hopefully the Thai music doesn't trigger some copyright bullshit.
Yeah, if I must say, and I must, that's pretty fucking amazing setup there, brother.
Yeah, this is going to be like 20 more greenhouses.
Setup.
Yeah, kind of a fun project.
I mean, really, bro, that's fucking amazing.
Hey, my part of Thailand don't look like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then this is the office that we have for paperwork, and we have some lab equipment in there. And then hopefully the stuff doesn't flag. Oh shit! All right, well.
Wow, you got material sitting.
You can see in here, they're doing. You can see the different floors. The different floors of the facility in there. They're welding in there, so I don't want to go in there. But and then we're doing open pollination over here. So we got 3 really nice gelato males and a bunch of decent, really, really good smelling different Thai strains in the middle, and then a couple of Western stuff thrown in there as well. So we're going to open pollinate this, take the seeds from this, and then use that to restart for everything. So, again, along with all the new seeds that we're popping right now.
That's sweet. That is a lot of varieties you're looking at one time, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of work. You got the manpower. You're doing it all, Steve.
Oh yeah. No, we have a bunch of workers. We have
It
a bunch
looks
of family
like
members
he's got all kinds of stuff going on. He's got lots of people, lots of materials. There's all kinds of work around there.
Yeah.
We're just waiting to explode.
Oh yeah. So as soon as these rooms are done, it'll have 3 floors in here. So the top layer will be drying, the middle layer will be drying, and some multi-use rooms. And the bottom floor will all be breeding rooms. So we'll have 7 breeding rooms. And then the second floor, we'll have the power outlets and drainage to be used as breeding rooms as well long-term. So we'll be able to constantly have different breeding stuff going on and main production all simultaneously at a pretty big scale. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, that's cool, bro.
Yep. So, yeah, that's what I've been up to. Oh, you know what? I got something else cool to show you over here. I forgot this is over here. I totally forgot. Hold on. So,
yeah, everything I'm doing here is done on pennies, people. I wish I could have done something like that.
there's our IPMO with the crickets.
Oh yeah.
And it doesn't smell at all. It smells sweet like molasses.
Is that what you guys were making the other day?
Yep.
Okay.
And then over here it reeks. Let me find the one.
So you were mixing that with the rice to catch
This
the
is
indigenous
Woo!
organ.
Okay. This is some FAA. Some FAA.
Yeah.
And then we have
Nice.
some more. Yeah, that one's gone bad.
I don't like those.
There's another one. More plant ferments. There's the bananas. This one smells really good, actually, even though it looks disgusting. So
And that
That's
big blue
no
one's where you
one-
put the dead bodies.
this is all of our plant material. So we hot compost everything, and then this will get put back into material. And then what we do is we take that out. We put
Where's
that
the
all out on black plastic. We cook it in the sun just in case there's mites or anything that we didn't see, or something bad that was in there. And then we re-inoculate it with fresh liquid IMO, and then use it in our stuff. Eventually, I want to try testing 1 or 2 of these with beds. But right now, just to get everything into quick production, we're going to go to pots just because it's less liability if something goes wrong.
Right.
So yeah, it's fun.
It's exciting, dude. Yeah.
It's a lot, but it's a fun project. And then also most of the workers don't speak English, so we have to kind of talk through translation. But that's fun.
Nice.
So here's the.
Wait
Here's
till
all
you
the-
tell
we have
the
lots of
workers
miracles.
exactly what to do and they go and do what they want to do anyways.
Oh, we don't have that problem. We got mostly family members from the owners here, so
From the other half.
Makes it a
So
little
those are
easier.
marigolds?
yeah, we have a bunch. They're really important to the Buddhists here, and I guess they're Buddhists here. So
Buddhism.
yeah, thought you guys would like to see the
Yeah. that's
progress
sweet,
up there. Oh,
man. That's
there we
sweet.
go. Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
It's a lot of work, man. That's a lot of work. That's so many plants.
Yeah, but when you have a team, I basically just have to scout for bug. Like I wake up in the morning, I pour a glass of Coca-Cola, grab a banana or something, smoke a bowl, and then I go scout all the plants, right? And then figure out what we're doing the rest of the day. It's a little easier. So check this out. This is pretty cool too. So this is just outside the fence here. There we go. The rice field.
That's what rice looks like, eh?
You can see down here.
Now, where is the actual rice? In the ground?
It's inside the stalk.
In here, yeah.
It's all the way down that grass stalk.
Oh, that's right. It's like down here.
And then what do they
Sorry.
do? Let it dry out and they fall out
Oh.
somehow? What?
They
what?
thrash it out.
Eat
Okay.
it out.
You got this guy too. See? What? It's a sensitive plant.
Yep.
Yeah, we have those all over here too. It's pretty wild. So All right, I'll stop hogging the camera.
It's unreal.
It's better than looking at Weston. I mean,
Yeah, man. Yeah, I agree. It is way better than looking at Wes.
no, you're a very attractive person. Perhaps.
Odd silence follows. But
Steve
Yeah, man.
froze, actually. But Captain, hello, good to see you. We weren't introducedly informed.
Hey, Tao.
Right.
Hey, Wes, Jeremy.
Welcome,
Potent,
Captain
how's
420.
everyone doing this morning?
Awesome, man.
Nice.
What are we looking at on your screen there?
That's a painting.
Nice. That's what I thought it was. And it's just like looking up in the forest.
It must be.
That's what I would think.
That's what I
Yep.
would guess. That's my guess, anyways.
Yeah, I
Pretty.
just thought it was a really cool painting and the colors popped and it was like, well,
Yeah, don't gotta know what it is. It's just that I like it. Yeah, nice. I like it.
I'm sorry. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Captain's already has on his
painting here.
Yeah.
That's actually a painting in
Yeah, it
front.
looks like it's a
that I
hand
use
painting.
on the screen.
I thought it was trichomes.
I did it first too, and if you click on it and enlarge it, you can see it.
Oh.
Yeah, looking up. It looks like you're laying down on the ground, looking up through the trees.
Yeah, that's totally what it
Yeah,
looks like. to me.
yeah. Totally.
Yeah. Yeah, Potent, you got a nice spread there. I'll tell you that. Damn.
Yeah, that has a lot of potential. All right. Well, you know what?
Yeah.
I came up to so that Wes wouldn't be alone, and I got to run because I got a morning tomorrow.
All right,
But it's
man.
always good seeing all you boys. Potent.
Thanks
for
for
showing
stopping in,
off.
man. I appreciate it.
And good to see you, Captain, as always. Jeremy, nice to meet you.
Good to meet
Yeah.
you, my friend.
Obviously, you're paying attention. You know all the little
Man.
ins and outs of all the people that you should pay attention to. Yep, no doubt.
That's awesome.
So yeah, very good. And yeah, I don't know if Potent can hear me, but if not, tell him I said, hey, thanks for the hospitality. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next one.
Awesome. Sounds good, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Peace out.
No
Check
problem.
out
Peace
American
chat.
One on Instagram and everywhere else. Yeah, give him a follow. Awesome.
Perfect. All right. Peace out, guys.
Peace, man. Take it easy.
Take it easy. Finally got back to my office.
Right on, man.
Well,
Pumping out the
hope you
cold
guys
air
like
now, or
it.
what?
Yeah, it's nice and cool in here finally. But
Awesome.
hopefully you guys like that.
Awesome.
This
What's
going
Wow, you
into-
don't you
Good.
actually don't have yellow walls.
What do you mean?
Most you haven't been into a lot of the houses around here. Yellow walls is like a big thing. Light blue
it's
and
funny
yellow.
you should say that, Captain 420. My old man once went out and purchased a container, like a 40-foot container full of paint, and it was all this yellow cracklestone color, and it was all I seen my whole life. It was the only thing we painted with.
Oh, I hate it. I've been trying to paint my house for a couple years now.
Be trying to figure out what I could add to that yellow. That's for sure.
I think I'm just gonna go brown. Be about the only thing that covers it up.
At least you got a chance to see the farm a little bit there, Captain.
Yeah, I'm sorry I wasn't able to get on earlier. Dealing
worries.
with things back home kept me up too late last night.
It's I guess some Buddhist holiday starting yesterday, so they were partying till 5.
Wait, yeah, today is Thursday, so I think it's today and tomorrow, isn't it?
Yep, we're going to the thing tonight, so it'll be fun. The big temple. There are two big temples nearby, so but one of them, I guess they regularly do. They do like a giant potluck party. It's pretty cool.
That's
How are you doing there, Captain?
Uh, I'm I'm making it, guys. That's about it.
Anything else new? Anything you popped or anything? Or gotten your hands on anything good that you smoked?
No, I've got to leave the country on Saturday again.
Oh, that's no fun.
No, welcome to customs here and not having, like you, a work visa.
Yeah.
And at the whim, I can be told, no, you don't get an extension. You have to leave the country.
Mhm.
And that's what they're making me do, is leave the country.
I'm sorry, Neil. That sucks.
Yeah, but you know what? I enjoy going to see my friends in Phnom Penh. I don't have a
Right.
problem going to Cambodia for a couple days.
Right. Yeah, I hear it's really
Once
pretty
they,
down there.
once they open up more Myanmar, we'll be in Myanmar, and I can go to Laos, but I don't find Laos to be fun.
So
It's one of those very depressing countries to me.
why is it that you have to leave for a few days? Is it just something about
The
like
tourist visa I
okay,
stay
so
on.
okay, so you just stay under a tourist visa then. I see.
Yeah. Now I
Okay.
can go for my retirement visa here because I am over that 50. But if I do that the way it's set up, I couldn't even volunteer for anything. So staying on a tourist visa, yeah, I really can't do anything to begin with. But if the opportunity arises, like Steve has, where I can get a work visa, I can apply for it and we can go from there. I think I have, no, the work visa I can apply for here. It's the education visa that I have to leave the country to apply for. But it makes me get up and see more of the world.
That's not bad. Traveling's
Yeah.
always great.
Try some other herb out here from other parts of the area. Have you found anything? Have you found anything good or unique about any other Southeast Asian cultivars?
Steve, I smoke Thai weed in the morning because that's about the only time it gets me high. Me and Thai weed, okay, I get that little bit uplifting high, but I don't get any of that body relaxation that I really need. Came across a pineapple the other day, a pineapple flavor.
Nice.
Nice.
So that was really nice. And of course, you're finding all your lemons and limes no matter where you go.
Yeah.
You find any of the mango yet?
No, all the stuff I've smelled was lemon, except for one farm that I went to wasn't limonene dominant completely. And they had some bubblegum terps and some gas terps that were in two of the females, and we tagged them with ribbon, and they're friends of ours. So we're gonna get some seeds from those two plants.
Nice.
Good. You should be able to find a lot of the fruit flavors here. Up here in the north is where DJ pulled that blueberry out of.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was here in the Northern Highlands with me.
Nice.
Just to let you all know, me and Houghton are about 250 kilometers, 300 kilometers away, but it takes like 10 hours to get there.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's literally probably quicker to fly to Bangkok and then fly to where he's at and then drive to him than
Yeah,
it
'cause we're-
actually is to get in a car and go.
We're 5 hours from Bangkok, so up in Phetchabun.
Well, that means you're easily 7 hours for me, 8 hours for me.
Yeah, I think they said it's 7 hours to Chiang Mai.
Okay, well, that's Chiang Mai. Add another 4 hours to that.
Oh, that's right. You're up in Chiang Rai. Forgot.
Yeah. We up in the Golden Triangle here.
The poppy. Do they have poppies growing up there?
Maybe.
It's not my jam. I was just curious.
No, it ain't my jam, but yeah, they are up here. And, you know, just like any other place, the villages take care of their own people here. I found that out. So someone in the village does have an addiction problem, the village takes care of them.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I really don't see a lot of it here. You think you would hear about a lot of opium up here, but it's kind of hush hush. I guess if they legalized it, it'd be just like cannabis, and then you find out everybody's doing it, right?
Yep.
But yeah, how do you like handing someone a joint and them taking a hit, and then like by the time the joint gets back to them, their eyes are all glossy. They're like, whoa. Or they do a bong hit and they go and cough and hack for like 10 minutes.
We had an incident with one of the people we work with over the weekend where we put some, well, man, I should be careful, but there was some very strong weed and some other things on top of the weed that made it stronger. I didn't realize that because I'd been smoking them and whatever, like, I don't think anything of that. But it hadn't occurred to me that they might not have that same tolerance. And me and Em were smoking, and she just hit the floor. She was just all of a sudden just like, I need to lay down. It was really funny. What's up,
So
Cannabis? How's it going?
Pretty good, man.
Hey, Chris.
What's up, bro?
Getting moved.
Having a good day?
Just trying to figure out my settings here. I'm like a dinosaur on this stuff. What's up, y'all?
That's all good, man. So for those of you that don't know, Cannabis is one of the better breeders out here in Thailand. In fact, tell about some of the cool stuff you have, because you have a ABC freak show cross that is just fucking crazy.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's Freaky Bastard. It's pretty cool. It's weird because some of the phenos come out like back to a normal weed leaf, if you can imagine that. You get an ABC, what that looks like, and freak show, you know, it looks like fern kind of. You get phenos that come out that look like half ABC freak show leaf, which that's what I was trying to do, is find, you know, trying to cut out new leaves. I got kind of addicted to the mutant thing when I got freak show over here, and then from there, I just started inputting freak show into stuff, and it works good. You know, I like freak show. It's a decent. I mean, it's mid to high production outdoor. I wouldn't say mid. I'd say more towards high. And anything you cross with it increases the terp profile or whatever. It's just it's real sugary, and it tastes good. The pheno I got. So, yeah, I just put freak show into an heirloom tie, which I'm getting ready to smoke here in the next couple of days, because my buddy cut the top. The head had to come off because it was starting to get funky, and the middle had a couple seeds. It looks like, open pollination out here. It's pollen floating all over this kingdom right now. So the thing was getting a couple beans in there, and they were like knocked early. So when the seed pods will go off, when the seed's done, the husk or the skin will go brown, and then it'll start to fester from there. So that was starting to happen. So I just told him, you can just take that thing. I mean, the hair counts, but still got probably another, I'd say 2 weeks. So the rest of the plant's gonna keep going, but he took the top head off, and I'm really happy with it because for being an F1, and it's the phenotype, so it is going to be multiple styles out of the F1 or whatever. So, but I'm stoked on the production and the smell. It got more. The heirloom that I used had like a banana pineapple smell. It wasn't the mango, because the mangoes. I mean, I've got like all the mango. I've got like really sweet mango smells, and I've got like that really young mangoes. There's different. It's crazy. The smells over here are awesome with the sweet, but I still haven't found any of that. I don't know, like coffee, chocolate stuff, man. It's not. I haven't seen it yet. I've been on hunt. I go around hunting the local village houses. I put the word out that I'll swap beans if they want to try to test anything from the States blood wise. I'll let me get some beans off your plant, and I'll swap you. So that's what I've been doing.
Nice.
Just trying to peel new blood out, because you never know what you're gonna get.
No, that is true. There's such diversity to it in those old lines.
Mm-hmm. And I think there's a chain that's the link, the genetic link, or the cultivar link here. There's a big chunk missing, and it has to do with when they shut down the stuff, shut down everything with the, when our soldiers were bringing the smoke over, and they called a halt on that. They started shutting it down over here. They took the seeds, so every time they shut down a farm, they would take all the seeds, and they didn't store them correctly. So, I believe that the Thai DA should be responsible for the massive genetic chain break into the stuff, because that's the thing. You can take them, that's fine, but the Minister of Agriculture should slap them for that. I mean, that's the way I feel. It's bad. They brought like 50 kilo sacks of seeds. So if you imagine what 50 kilos of seeds looks like, okay, they brought multiple bags. So I heard from those seeds are 60 years old seeds, 50-year-old seeds. They brought them up to Chiang Mai at that FOD grow where Baba was up there growing on at that place, and they said none of the beans would start, man. None of them would start. They were all dead. Tissue culture, maybe.
No.
I don't know. Maybe they can do something with a test tube. It's the only thing I can think of at this point, because none of the beans would pop.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of beans. Right?
That's a lot of beans.
That's a lot of beans, and it's old beans. I mean, just think of the flavors that could be locked in those things.
That's terrible.
If they were cooked in a warehouse, I mean, they're toasted.
Yeah, man, they need to be in a tomb, man, down under the ground where there's no fluctuation in heat temperature. It doesn't matter if they stay at 50 degrees. It doesn't have to be 30 or anything like that. As long as it doesn't go up and down. That's what seeds don't like, that fluctuation or moisture. Changing the moisture can definitely talk to beans. So I think storing beans correctly to me is key.
You were also talking about how freak shows do really well in the heat here because of the reduced leaf tissue. Do you want to touch about that? Because a lot of people think of it as a novelty, but it actually has a lot of application here.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you read, Jordan Shapeshifter, the guy who made it up there, he's up on Highway 50. He was right past, because I'm from Sonoma County. I'm from Santa Rosa, California, originally, by the coast. So I always grew by the coast, Mendo's right up the street from me. And when my wife came to the States and we got married, we got married in the Caribbean, but we went back to California. Then we stayed there for 8 years. The 50 up there, I believe he was doing the freak show at like I want to say like 6,500 or 7,000 feet. They're up there. They hang out with, I believe, his teammate, his buddies, or high elevation genetics. So he said there's Thai in that. So there's Thai blood in Freak Show. And then he claims on the seed pack, you look at it, it says 90% sativa or whatever, thinly dominant 90%. I mean, that's a lot. And but it's true. He nailed it, because Freak Show is the only strain from the States that I have brought here that re-vegged under this natural light. So there you go. That tells me that there's enough sativa blood in it to re-veg under the natural Thai schedule. So I believe that Freak Show's back where she should be, is here. I think she does almost better here in the States. I'm not going to say better in California, because you can't really get better weather than that to grow weed. But it does great out here. We threw one in like a 40-gallon pot, and it got huge. A monster. I was trying to do fem seeds in it, and that's when I realized you can't pollinate here during the winter, because the pollen won't work. It doesn't work. I did it twice. I failed an auto, and I failed an STS feminized Freak Show. I thought I had overdone the STS, and I thought I sterilized the plant, but I didn't. It was because of the moisture in the air. As soon as the pollen sacs open, it literally, what happens when you pour water onto a branch after you pollinate it. You want to kill off the rest of the pollen. Yeah, well, it does
exactly.
that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I've heard about a lot of breeders that will dry their room out right before they pollinate.
Yeah,
just because it's more effective.
Yes, you're 100%, because if it won't float, the pollen won't float. It turns like the peanut butter. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, so what I did was I took the plants that I STS, I put them in our bedroom with the AC on. See, that's what I did. I put the AC on to dry out the sacs that were haven't opened yet. So when they open, they're opening into a dry room, and so I got a little bit of seeds like that. I got like spotty hair knock, so I could still see. Even doing that, it was like the moisture already, like, I don't know, man, if it went into the seed pod prior, or it's weird. So, but during the summer here, no problem. It floats. It just knocks everything in the summer. But wintertime, you need to really, I guess, indoor from start to finish. You can't even let your plants be out when they got all the sacs coming. Yeah, it's just better to start and finish indoor during the winter. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Well, good thing I'm open pollinating 3 do-si-do males right now.
Yeah, right now it's fun because it's starting to dry up. I mean, pretty soon, Petraboo, I believe you're the same. You're pretty flat, right? There's no hills there.
Yeah, here. I mean, you're looking at a live video of.
You're close to me, man. I'll come see you here soon, man. Because
come by.
I go fishing. I ride. Like, I'll hit my GPS. I'll find a big body of water. I've never been there. I just see it on my GPS, and I just hit go. So I'll ride 100 clicks just to go see a body of water. Nothing else to do. That's the way I see it fishing. I'm like, hey,
come down here, man. Bring some fishing poles. We'll go fucking hit some streams.
Oh yeah, dude. I'll definitely be. I'll get my killing kit on me, definitely.
And if everybody wants to really take a look at canatized walls, those are yellow.
What's that? These?
Your walls, they're yellow.
Yeah.
And before you had jumped on, I made a comment that Steve's room didn't have yellow walls.
Yeah, man. And the Psy-emoji, that's another one. I'm so stoked. The Psy-emoji is epic. Oh.
Yeah, you can find him at Canatized Seeds on Instagram. Juke _
right,
AKA _ Canatized Seeds.
I appreciate it. Right on. Yeah, but
I just wanted to show them that duck's foot ABC cross. Just coming up here. You have all the different phenos in that picture. Where is it at?
Oh yeah, right. The freaky bastard Freaky Bastard, and then it's ABC and Freak Show, all three in the same picture.
Oh,
Mom, dad.
yeah. So tell us about some of the other projects that you're working on breeding wise.
I just, I got lots of the West Coast stuff. That's not, no heirloom hybrids. I got a lot of West Coast stuff, Boxcar OG and Wukong OG and Pink Lemonade, and this is all stuff that I brought with me that I started knocking back together over here. So I started just taking my West Coast stuff and making new F1s off it. I'm working on the OG. The OG I haven't gotten out, and for about 4 years now. I have like a bunch of people are ready to. They probably hate me because I keep saying I'm going to S1 the OG and get the OG pure out, which I'm going to do. I'm dragging on. I got other things I'm I'm doing right now. But that's really my claim to fame is my OG, because that's what I brought over and I used as my main breeder. It's the strain that I used most in California. It's what the market wanted in California, and everything I input the genetic to, it just complements wherever I put it on. So I'm just like, I like to dust OG with everything. And that's Freakazoid. Freakazoid's another one. It's got really saw bladed leaf, and it's a really good smoke. I dig Freakazoid. And that's Freaky Bastard. You can see that it looks like ABC, but it also got the Freak Show like structure of the leaf. That the shape of the leaf is like Freak Show, but the actual blades kind of look more like ABC. It's crazy.
And for you
Yeah.
people out there that don't know, all these packs of seeds that I brought, I'm going to be feeding Canatai here all the pollen from all those packs.
Gas is on its way. I can't wait. I can't wait to get some serious gas going. This country's gonna lose it when they get real gas.
I got some.
Coming,
I got
brother.
I
Whole bag
got
of
Puck
it.
F. I got Puck F3s coming. I got
Puck F3. What is Puck? What is Puck?
Puck is like the best strain like you can get. The best one I've
Ain't
ever
throwing
smoked.
it outdoor.
Oh, watch me.
Is it a sour or what is it?
It's a hash plant.
Oh, it's a
Yeah,
hash
it's like
plant.
a hash plant. It's fucking sick. Let me find a picture. Like
So
it
kinda
is
like
just
that Wilson.
disgusting.
Is it kind of like that Wilson strain? Is it for washing or what?
It's good for washing, good for like it's just I'm trying to
I
find
like
a picture.
smoking.
Yeah, I think I have some pictures from the conference. I'll have to dig them up. But yeah, it is ridiculous. Hold on a second, I'll find them from the conference.
Yeah, these pictures of the conference, if he pulls up that puck jar from Bob Hempill, that's actually sitting in Ohio, not California. It's in Ohio because I took it with me. When I left California, I said, this puck ain't staying here. And then I found a whole bunch of it made itself up to Washington. As
I'm
I
trying to
sat
find
there
it
and
in
watched
here.
someone up there smoke on that puck.
I'm trying to find a picture of it. Maybe I didn't take a picture. My phone must have been dead.
Like to thank Bob Hempill for his kindness and letting me leave California with that jar and spread the word of his puck. I just wish I would have bought more packs of it instead of one.
You did, but I smoked it with the guys.
But you know, $125 a pack, those add up.
I'll be right back. I gotta step off for a second.
So yeah, all this Western genetics that I brought, which we're up to over 100 packs right now, I'm going to be sending a lot of this pollen down to Canatai so we can start hitting with a bunch of Thai strains here.
Yep. Amen.
And then once we get this going and everything, then it's just going to be a big hunt for everybody. And I do have a lot of genetics that are available in the United States. Like I brought all the Northern Lights with me.
So what are
So
you most
can
excited about?
continue.
What Mr. Hemphill gave you there? What are you most excited about?
Oh, that puck.
The puck? Yeah.
Yeah, the puck was when I was at the Regen conference and I grabbed that jar, I couldn't put the jar down until he said, "Hey, you can roll a joint out of that. You can roll a joint out of that jar. You can actually put it down." But you know, it's one of those ones, the nose knows
Yeah, absolutely.
what you like.
Yeah.
And that was one that it was like, wow, I haven't smelled this since like the late 90s, early 2000s. And yeah, I got to jump all over this. The bud structure is there. To me, it looks a little bit more like a Sensi Star bud structure. That really dense bud structure. That's why I said good luck trying to grow it here. We've got one season just about you can grow it in.
Yeah, right now is it. You want it to flower out right now, like in the next month. Yeah, you want the flower to start like right now because it would finish. Your best chance without internal rot is coming in right now. That's it.
And then it's going to be February, March, and April is going to be the next time.
Yeah.
Now, in between then, we can use really sparsely internodal plants. It's something that has a lot of stretch, a lot less bud structure to it, more large.
That OG, man. That open, open, spaced out, but they can be rocks as long as they're open. You can't, like fucking GDP or Urkels or blackberry cushions, anything that's larvae and short and squatty, man. It's not, it's not cool here. Too much broad leaf too. If it's too wide of a leaf, it's gonna shut down unless you're underneath a shade cloth. 100%. It don't matter how much water or how good your soil is or how the plant cannot take the lumen power of the sun, shuts it down. It won't go in the heat. They just shut down.
And I'm putting 40% shade cloth over all my outdoor.
Yeah, they'll be happy with that. They'll V out. They'll pray underneath that with broadleaf, but not full sun. I think a lot of people come.
I'm sorry.
No, my bad. No, you're right. It'll kill your plant.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100% Cap. It will kill your plant outdoor 100% if it's full sun.
And I've even noticed with Canatai's garden, the plants that he has more outdoor compared to the plants that he has under shade cloth, you can really see the trichome stacking difference.
Way
you add
different.
a little bit of shade cloth and the trichomes just pop out and the smells pop out too.
Yeah, and they don't get here that melts the Cap. I mean, the sun when it gets intense at like from 2 o'clock to 5, or that's the time where it's just melting your terps. Your trichomes are getting disintegrated. I mean, that's literally what's going on. Because you look at the plant and the ones that are the top buds are the worst, and then the ones that are in by the stalk, those nugs don't. The terps, they don't get the sun as much. So you look at the trichomes look way better on the internal buds that are closer to the interior of the plant versus the ones on the outside full sun. And that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's indica or sativa dom or whatever, thin leaf or broadleaf, whatever. The sun murders the terps.
Yep.
100%. And they look ashy. The plants outside, they almost look like when you get dry skin, you can draw your finger. The plants almost look like that when they're full sun if they're like a broadleaf. They're not happy looking.
What's the temperature you're dealing with?
Dude, it's cooling down now. Captain's, he's like 15 degrees cooler than I am here at all times. I think.
Yeah.
At all times. All the time. So it doesn't matter if it cools down here, it's even more cooler there. When it warms up here, I mean, it warms up there, but not like it is here. Say we're 100 degrees here, Capitol would probably be at 85 when we're 100.
Huh.
Yeah.
And humidity wise, I think he's higher humidity up there, I believe. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Yes.
So the
Yes,
nitrogen.
I'm a little bit higher humidity because of the mountains.
Yeah.
The amino acids are degrading.
Man, I was gonna say, potent. That was dope. Those you went and got this rice, and it had a bunch of that good bacteria. I don't know the name. I'm so bad with terminology, but that was fire, bro. You know, that was sick. It worked hella
Thanks,
quick too.
Yep. Yeah, I think especially when you can just go to the market and buy kilos of crickets, a little easier, right?
Right. It's funny
Try
at nighttime.
crickets.
At nighttime, you ride around here, like at night, and you see the little village houses, and they got their fish pond out there, and they'll have the nets hanging over the water, and they got the lights all shining, and all those crickets. You see that those nets are just like loaded. That's where they get them all. It's like, you know, at home they bring the light, they come at night, and then at the same time they feed their fish. I mean, like the fish are like getting all sorts of crickets at the same time. It's like a win-win situation.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't seen that. I've seen that setup, but I haven't seen them do that at night yet.
Yeah, they just, you ride by and it's just the net out there. Ain't nobody out there. It's just when they sleep, and then in the morning I think they go just collect it. That's a whole ton of crickets.
That's dope.
That's
So have you tried any of the crickets potent?
No, I guess we're gonna make silkworms this week, and I'm gonna try that. So I'm sure the party tonight there'll be something there fun.
Hey man,
Oh, yeah,
I'd say
it's like
it's
potato
good, man.
chip.
It tastes good. I mean, I don't eat the grubs and I don't eat the other ones, but the big grasshoppers or crickets, they're good. And I mean, I'll eat bags of those things. I mean, it's because they fry them and they put they squirt that stuff on them, and they squirt that stuff. That's what does it, man. I don't know what that is. Probably MSG loaded, but man, once you start, you can't stop.
That's dope.
Yeah, I'll be passing on the bugs.
I'm with you on
guys
that one,
should-
Captain.
You guys should tell them all how fucking amazing the markets are. Also, I wanted to say hello to Jeremy's iPad. I didn't get a chance to say hi earlier.
I don't know if you want to smoke out of stainless steel, but I got a buddy. He could probably hook you up with a potent ponic. What do they call it over here? Tai. It's what all the kids throw on their motorcycles. I bought it because of the weed leaves. I was like, man, I gotta get this bong. You can't break it. It's like a stoner bong. You can actually defend yourself with this. But anyways, I saw the weed leaf and I saw the brazing look really pretty. I was like, I want that.
And you
bong.
can beat down a robber with it too.
Yeah, so you can protect your house with this, man. Like anybody comes in and rob your bond, you're like, dun dun dun. I got the bong on that ass. But the dude, I opened the box and he had the laser hit Thai seeds on the bong. I was like, no way. That was
awesome.
That was like a surprise.
What was the material?
Dude, thank you so much, bro. I was like, I couldn't believe you put the name on it, dude. That's so cool.
It's like a titanium.
Yeah, it's what it is. It's stainless steel. It's food grade stainless that it just welded together, put a base on it, and the welds are all nice. You know, I grew up in a body shop, so smoking out of a tailpipe is like epic to me.
That's cool. Like it.
And it works good. I mean, it's decent. And it's funny, he became a customer at the same time. I'm a customer of him. And after I bought the bong, I sent him a picture of like the group Cannatype group, and I sent him a couple pictures of buds and seed pictures, and he was like, "Who is this?" And I was like, "This is a teammate, bro." I was like, "You make bongs, you got to smoke weed, you grow weed." And he sent me a picture of a grow room that's all set up, ready to go with smart pots, with the soil in them, but no seeds, nothing in them, just like a ready to go room with no plants. And I was like, "Oh, bro, I can fill that for you, bro. I got something. I got you on that." And he's all, "I already got packs offline, bro." He's all, "But I'll come back when I'm done with this run." I was like, "Okay."
Nice.
And he did, though. He came back after he was done, and he swiped up beans, and he's running our gear. I'm like,
Nice.
you
Awesome.
hats off, bro.
Right on. So anything new you got coming up that you're excited about that people should know about?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to actually do me and my wife have received for probably the last 5 years tons of Thai heirloom landrace stuff that's not crossed, that they think is real special. We've had people ask if we could breed these or save them, make more seeds, because it's really, really good. It's old Thai, and so I'm getting ready to start, like, I'll do a lot of stuff that's been coming in from people that want us to look at it. So I'm doing that, as well as I'm on an auto thing right now. I'm trying to do auto seeds.
Yeah.
We don't really have autos, Cannatype. I never seen California. I never did an auto, and I never did a feminized seed.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been growing since I was serious, since I was 19, and I'm 49 now. And I had never rocked anything other than regular seeds. I mean, I didn't want to have anything to do with them. I didn't trust them. I was like, "What the fuck is a feminized seed? What the fuck is an auto?" You know what I'm saying? And I saw my buddies, though, running autos indoor, and I didn't like them because you can't control the plant. The plants does don't, and I don't like that, man. I was like, nah. And then the production wasn't. I mean, dude, I'm used to growing like 6 to 10 pound plants. That's what the average is outdoor. I did an indoor one time just before I wanted to see what it's like to do an indoor. I did 2 8x4x8 trays, two lights, and then just simple 2 1000. And it was cool, dude. But the power bill, and even though it was growing out of dank soil indoor and all that, the quality just wasn't the same as my greenhouse weed. Personally, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, no, it's hard. It's real hard to beat that sun, man.
Yeah, well, yeah, and greenhouse spot to me is the best part of the planet. You can't get better weed than a greenhouse. What do you call it? A climate controlled greenhouse, so to speak. If you can get to where it's not too humid and you get the airflow right, you can't get better weed.
You're probably right.
That's how I feel. Because I dealt with the clubs for a minute in California. Just for 2 years, I did seed packs because I had Bath Genetics over there, small little nothing seed company, but I had to have a name, otherwise I couldn't put seed packs up. So I just called it Bath Genetics, was Bay Area Fired Seeds or Bay Area Fired Genetics, and so yeah, I did the club thing for a minute. Talking about a stickler, man. Anything that went in, you had to test everything. It didn't matter what it was. If it was going on the club, had to be tested. So, but it was a good experience. I tell you that, to be to deal with like the real picky California, California stickler, and everybody's smart about weed. You can't like try and bullshitter.
Yeah, everybody in California is used to good weed, so
yeah.
You better bring your A game.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so I'm the auto things. So the auto, I'm running I'm gonna check these seeds from buddies, from teammates, and I'm on this auto pollination, trying to make a bunch of autos. And I mean, I've thrown, I've made some weird stuff. I got stuff to run. I had the Freaky Bastard. I had a pheno of the Freaky Bastard going out here outdoor, and I knocked just because I just wanted to play around, because I don't care. I just do things. I was doing an auto run, and that was when it was winter, and I didn't get a lot of pollen. So I got auto seeds, but I got very, very little. I didn't get a lot. But I took the auto pollen and I threw it onto the freaky bastard. So I threw like S1 auto
Nice.
pollen onto the freak hybrid stuff. I just like doing that stuff because you never know what you're gonna pull out of that stuff when you test it. You might get something crazy. I'm trying to do. Here's the thing. I'm trying to make my mutants weird looking, of course, beautiful looking leaf structures, but they have to get you high. That's the thing. If they don't get you high, I don't have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, it's not gonna. They won't move if it doesn't get you high. I mean, although there is definitely a market for the cool looking plants. Like I've really thought about the freak show just because I want to see those weird patterns. And you were talking about with duckfoot too. Duckfoot back in the day, I thought that was the most brilliant thing ever. I was like, oh man, you grow this right up in front of everybody. Nobody'd know.
Until they go in the flower. That's the funny. You can't see them, but once they go in the flower, then those plants become. Well, you can smell them, and you can definitely see that there's it's getting all sugary. So it's hard to. The bud thing is when they change, but you still don't look like a weed plant. It just looks like bud.
Yeah, it looks more almost like a maple leaf, really. Like it's quite.
I've got some cool duck. I got a 5-finger duck punch, I call it. It's sour cream OG knock to duck, but because duck usually stays at 3 point. That's why I call it duck foot, because it stays almost its whole life. I got one that came out with a duck foot that started off to 3, then it went to 5 point duck foot, and then it went to a 7 duck foot, and then I don't know if I saw a 9 or not, but it was. I got pictures. I take pictures of everything. So
awesome, man.
And I did the freak show duck, and I did the what else I do? I can't remember. I think I have like freaking gorilla.
Man, what do those freak show ducks come out like? Those must have been weird looking.
I haven't ran it.
Okay.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I've got so much stuff that I haven't ran. I can't run it.
You can't run it, and then you can't really do anything with it unless you know what it does. So
that's why I tell people like
Chris has made seeds for the past 5 years and has yet to run any of the seeds he's made himself.
5%, bro. I've seen like 5% of what's made in the last 5 years. I have tested. I'm trying to get teammates out there that'll just like, I'm like, I'll give you the beans, I'll give you the soil, I'll give you the nutrients. If you can just grow it, and just so I can come. That's what I do. I go and I see my buddy that's 30 clicks away because he's running a race freak, and he's running Siam OG. He's got 5 phenos of Siam OG, and he has 2 phenos of the. He only got 2 beans, which that one's kind of a failure. So, but it's not. But I get to see 2 out of the race freak, which is freak show times the banana pineapple heirloom. And what a productive plant! It's in a 5-gallon fabric pot, and the thing's like 6.5, 7 feet tall, and the buds are just like beer cans. Nice. So I mean, I'm stoked, and it smells like a fruit cake,
That's cool.
Yeah. Anybody, are you in the States?
I'm in Canada. I'm way up north Canada. Yeah,
well, dude, I mean, you ever want to run anything, dude? My buddy M's from Canada over in Bouillon, and I mean, I can send seeds to Canada, no problem. You give me an address if you want to run anything, bro. I'll just send them out. I mean,
that's sweet.
But when I can, I'm probably the poorest white boy in the country, bro. I am seriously, dude. I'm so like, I'll be out here cutting sugar cane here soon, bro. This stuff's been slow, man, since the 9th. It broke open on the 9th. It got real busy, and like we almost got rid of all our fem seeds. It was nuts. And then it just went. Then the roll just slowed big time, which is cool. I ain't tripping. It's all good.
Yeah, that'll happen when you have a new market open up and everybody buying all at the same time.
Yeah, it's just.
I guess you'll get a cyclical harvest and renewal every with them all. I guess from now on, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Good place to be where it's blowing up and just starting out there anyways.
Yeah, man. It's
catch the last green rush is what I call it.
It is, dude. This place is open. I mean, California, you think Cali's open? No, that ain't open. This is open. I mean, really. I mean, it's like that. You got grandma, grandpa in the parking lots of the things. You got people at the local markets. You got 50 bought chunks of weed inside the little village stores that you can like pull a tab, pull it off the thing, and your $2.50 for your little chunk of block. You can go kick it back with your homeboys in the jungle and cut it up.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I mean, when you start seeing weed inside the local village stores and at the local market, the farmers market, whatever, where you go get your vegetables and meat and all that stuff, that's just weed plants and smoke and, even seed packs, man. It's funny. You got little packets of seeds that are all sharing their squirrel tail or whatever it is we got.
Nice.
But I buy the seed packs when I see that stuff. So I swipe them up because I'm all about it, man. I'm like, you never know, these people might have some missing link in their beans. I'm so hunting on it. I've been out. I mean, there's one kid, man, I tried to save his plants. I gave him systemic death. I gave him like an avid. I didn't care at this point. The plants were almost like 14 feet tall, and the storm came through and it snapped them both in half, but they were still okay. They were still feeding the top. It was being okay. And I said, but man, you got a red mite thing going on here, dude. You got, the red mites are going to murder these plants. They're not going to be able to, after they busted, now the red mites are going to start to hurt the plant. And when they're standing up, they still can do it. They're strong landrace. They're dealing with it. But now I think you need to save my hit this stuff. And then and I told him you need to get the red ants. You got to see a red ant. You got a house in the root system down here. And this one here, that ain't gonna last. That eventually is gonna bacteria-wise kill these roots off.
Yeah.
And a couple of days later, it was like not in a week, man. He called and they said they both died. I was like, what do you mean they both died? And both croaked, and I don't know what happened. He said the roots. Oh no, we got a bunch of rain or something like that. And he said that they wouldn't dry out. He said they stayed wet and they rotted. The roots rotted. It's crazy. Yeah, it was sad. They're loaded with seeds. He came over last night. And he brought me another bag of seeds off of the plant. I was so stoked. Yeah, right here. Just another off of his plants out there. And thing is, one of them was the mango. One of them was full mango. Just like, I mean, that's probably the biggest smell I smell here is that mango.
Yeah.
Whether it's a sweet, really ripe mango or if it's a young mango smell.
I
Totally
love
different.
the sweet mango.
Yeah, they're totally different smells. One's more like I almost want to say like a soury thing. It's almost not though. It's not like a sour D or a chem thing, but it's like that. I can't explain it. It's like it's not lemony. It's not that, because they got that too, but it's weird. It's like the younger mango is it's like the sweet, but with a gas tone, a low gas tone, so I can say. And then you got the really sweet mango that really smells like that sweet sugar mango that you want to eat, and the plant smells just like it. It's crazy. And then you got like little funk stuff every once in a while. And that's the beans that I've got these two from the kid that brought me these beans. See, I don't know if he makes these beans. I don't know if this is off both plants. So, I'll tag this as, homeboy, but question mark both plants, because I don't think he kept them off one plant. I doubt it. I bet you they're mixed. So I've got them in the refrigerator already marked, but the one that was like the mango, and then the other one that wasn't. It wasn't mango. And that's the one I'm interested in, because it was bigger than the other one, and it was just a healthy plant. And structures, the structure. I look at the structures. That's and show you a lot. Like there's something you want to knock into, something you want to get into, and I found another guy over here. It's funny. There's a guy right down the street here that I sold a motorcycle to 3 or 4 years ago. I sold my NSR to him, and he's got a few years on me, but I went by his house, and he's got two big giant Thai ladies going about 7 foot, and then there's just a male right in between the female. I mean, they're all elbow to asshole.
Nice.
I mean, it's just literally, it's going to be a seed fest. So I just I need to stop by there. I haven't done it yet. I want my wife to go with me so she can do the video. I want to do videos. I try to do a video every spot, every new little village house I find. I'll ask the people, can I do video? I want you to try video so I can just like check it out, y'all. There you go, right here. This is how they do it right here. It's on the front, right by the road, right in front of your house, right in the front of the house. It's right. Mm-hmm. I love that they're represented right in front. And it's like that here. You go in the city and you have people with the second story and third stories, and there are, like in Bullion, they're everywhere. You see people racked out weed or hanging off the second story, like a jungle coming off of the.
That is
balcony.
awesome.
It's epic, dude.
Balcony
I love
of
it.
dreams.
6 months ago, you wouldn't have seen anything like this.
No,
That's,
it was
that's
bad,
crazy
dude.
how this just opened up. But you guys got actual legalization, like, which is nice.
Decriminalize everything, man. It's just
Ours
cheap.
is we legalized here, but it's a complete farce. They legalized it for some people to produce it, and it's impossible for your average guy to get into it. Almost like
That's what they're doing in California. Same. They're making it impossible for the mom and pop or just the people to have their. It's bad, bro. It's all bad. Like I said, I love my state, but at the same time, I don't really respect my state anymore because, California.
They started off on the right track. You guys were leading the way, the first people doing it, and friggin' I was just like, I remember watching you guys from Canada here, and we were trying to decriminalize up here when George Bush Senior was in down there. And he was like, if you guys do this, this is going to affect trade deals with us and all kinds of stuff. And so we're like, no. But then meanwhile, you guys legalized down in California. I'm like, what the fuck?
I can't even believe it. Yeah, I really.
But it was great because it was really it was the snowball that started the whole. And look how many states there's only like 4 or 5 they don't have some sort of medical now. So like it caused so much. I just think the whole country should be under the one same thing, like the state should be overridden by just like letting it fly, man, because they already know it's all good. They know there's nothing negative about cannabis. They just don't know how they're going to get their money. And that's the only reason why they haven't done it. That's it.
Exactly.
That's it, man. There's nothing.
They're
no
just looking
reason.
for a taxable model.
That's it. They got to figure out how they can get theirs. And that's fine. But you can't, share your off the pot. You take too long, man. They waste time, man. I mean, if you're going to take what you want to take. But you can't spend so much time trying to figure out.
Well, they take so much and then they're terrible at it. That's just the general consensus everywhere is like they tax the hell out of it and then it's not even that good, or you're not able to even smell it, so you don't even know what you're getting before you go home.
And what was that one place I heard, the Vegas or something like that? You had a THC limit where it couldn't be over like 16%.
Oh my goodness, that's terrible. There's places with THC limits. There's like I forget where it was. There's one place that any kind of concentrate would be illegal.
Well, that's how it was here when they started. They said that you do flower. At first it was really stupid. See, the Minister of Agriculture took it off the list of the narcotic list, or the drug list. So once he did that and took it off of it, that right there, it opened up like a gray area where you could grow 1 million plants if you want, because you took it off the thing. It's no longer a drug. And if it's like lettuce now, why can't you can grow 1 million lettuce, right? You can grow 1 million plants. Well, because they didn't have any laws set up, but the Thai DA was all getting pissed off. They're like, okay, well, it's unlocked, right? But we're gonna test for THC, and if you got THC in your system, then you're getting a ticket. And then the Minister of Ag was like, wait a minute, dude, I just took it off the list. Okay. So what you're saying is there's a new whiskey. You can go buy the whiskey, but you can't drink the whiskey. So that doesn't make sense. So the ag, what I heard was like, he just like told them that kick rocks and get out of here. You can't do that. That's not, you're going against what I just did. I just took it off the list. Yeah. So they said, well, it's a CBD thing where THC is like whiskey. Well, whiskey's legal and it's way worse than cannabis.
Absolutely.
It's like not good for you. So that didn't last long, So then they made a big stink since they couldn't get you on the THC thing, since the ag overrid that, I believe is how it went. They just jumped on the concentrate thing. Okay, well, there's no concentrates at all. You're not doing concentrates. But the funny thing is you got the giant companies that are making vats of oil, but they're like, LLCs or, what I'm saying, like a companies, the corporate.
That's the whole thing here is if you get a medical permit, because Thailand does have medical, it does not. When I got mine, it didn't include the smoking of flower. It was only concentrate at that time, which was produced by the government.
Right.
That's the way it is here in Virginia right now. So you can go to the dispensary, you can purchase everything but flower, basically. They don't have legal flower.
Yeah, but they have concentrates. It's okay, and pins and or whatever.
Yeah, so long as it's been analyzed by a state-approved facility.
Yeah, as long as they got their money, and that's just how it is. I mean, well, no, it's the truth though, because there's that video I shared. I don't know if you saw the guy video at I don't know where I think the guy's in it looks like Barry or L.A., California, where the cop. It looks like California Highway Patrol pulls the guy over. And he's got a backpack full of weed. I don't know if you've seen that, and the guy is like arguing with the cop, and the cop's being a dick, man. The cop's being a real jerk. And the guy and he's yelling. They're yelling at each other. It sounds like his car's going by and it's loud. But he's like, he's asking the cop, "What are you saying?" And the cop says, I said, "Is your stuff in the original dispensary packaging?" And he goes, "No, it's not in no packaging." And the cop goes, "Well, then you're fucked." And he fucking just takes his whole backpack and fucking he's gonna take his shit because it's not in a dispensary legit packaging or some shit. That's California for it. That's because they didn't get their money. See, they didn't get their money. They're gonna take your backpack that's got an L or two L's in it.
Yeah.
You see, that's I guarantee you. I can't guarantee it, but my hunch is that dispensaries are gonna pay. They're gonna pay in their taxes. There'll be another little slide money to help pay cops to make sure that they take the weed off the street that's not the dispensary packaging to make it legal. The legal weed.
Well, they tried to already do something like that at the Emerald Cup.
That's why I'm glad. I wouldn't last in the States, man. I'm not good with the law enforcement because when they don't make sense and my shit don't compute it, I got problems with them because I just it's not like there's no disrespect. I hit them with factual shit hard, and I'm not polite about it because why would you be? Gonna take my love and then for what? Because I didn't pay you to have the stuff that I create. You create yourself like your own smoke at home. They're gonna take your smoke from home because it's not a dispensary, and you're gonna go with your boys to go have a barbecue and puff. That's crazy.
The best part of that the incident at Emerald Cup was that they picked on fucking sun-grown mids of all people. Like
Sonic.
the guy who broke the phylum.
Yeah, the guy who told
One
us
of the
about
biggest cannabis media following when it comes to like journalism in the all of cannabis, and that's who they chose to harass.
Yeah, Emerald Cup's finished. That's over. It's not in Santa Rosa. To me, it's not the Emerald Cup. I don't care. I'll never go again ever. Well, I don't think I'll ever step foot in the States again. I'll probably be burned right over here at this temple over here. So I don't think I have any reason to go back.
Right. How everybody else doing all right? Should we keep going? Should we wrap it up? You guys feeling?
I'm up
Yeah,
for
man.
a little bit.
I'm still.
Yeah,
just
Potent.
working on it.
I'll come rig some fish here soon. I'll come check your setup.
Yeah, man. You know,
I'll just get the packs. No. Yeah, I can get those packs together, throw them on a seat. I just bring them to you.
I'm way past my bedtime.
Oh, what time is it over there, guys? It's late. Oh
I'm at
yeah,
1:30
11:30.
1:34 on the East Coast.
Damn. Well,
Hardwood floor and a house to build tomorrow.
oh yeah,
Right on, brother. Well, thanks for stopping by.
yeah, man. Good talking with y'all, and I'll try and if I see this lit up, I'll come in, man. I'm always down to chat. And if
please,
anybody wants to, if you want to try any genetics, you hit my Instagram. You give me an address, and like as soon as I'm like I said, right now I'm on things are kind of slow on the funds, but as soon as I get it, I'll shoot that stuff off because I'm always down. I just want people to run them and then give feedback on them. You know, that's the thing. I don't care where you're at. And Jeremy, you're in the States, bro. My kids got packs in California right now. So there's 5 cultivars. There's Freakazoid, Freaky Bastard, Race Freak, Siam OG, and then basically like a table seed, but it's not a table seed. It's out of this red thread tie stick, dude. So it's like raw tie seeds, dude, unmixed. I mean, wherever the farm, the local farm was running and packing and making the tie sticks, they grew it and they made the sticks all at the same farm. So I kept a ton of those seeds because it was good, sticky tie stick. You know, or I call it brick stick, man. This brick stick, they pack it in a bamboo thing to get the tubes and they tie it really tight. So all the seeds, none of them get crushed or smashed. They're all good and they're fresh. You know, rough. And
my ordinances in the state, you know, I just started this LLC and I would like to give away cannabis seeds. And I need to check and make sure that it's okay that I line that up with a membership so I can give away soil.
Yeah, where'd you get that, bro? Where'd you get that? Sorry, bro. Anyways, keep going. So yeah.
This is 80.
Interested in a big old package of seeds that I could distribute.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll send you some money. I got some money I'll send you. I bet money.
I can get you in touch with my kid, but like I said, I'll get some good luck here, man. I'm knocking on wood here. As soon as I get good luck, man, all I need is a couple of little good deals, bigger things to happen, and I'll be good. Like I said, I'm not greedy. I just needy, you know.
These are what you can find all over the place here in Thailand. They're real cheap. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, what
I stayed a price.
What was that? 200 baht?
Less than that.
Less than
like
that.
half of that. Less than half that.
100 baht. That's a nice chunk for $3 American.
But it's like compressed. Like,
that's weed.
The hell knows what.
That's
so I just
brick.
pulled a bunch apart.
That's brick. That's brick.
Like,
you'd be lucky to find the seeds good.
Yeah, so I found I pulled a bunch of seeds out of it. So we got that soaking in water. We'll see what we get.
I like getting seeds over here. It's exciting me.
Yeah.
I'll have to see if I have any of those golden Buddha seeds left and send you a few of those. That's what the
that's the high
military medical grow here with the high THCV in it.
Nice.
I saw a Thai strain over there that was rocking 23% a Thai strain. You know, it didn't look like it was. It looked pretty Thai to me. It might be a hybrid, but I don't know. And this was a few years ago, but they said it was like an heirloom Thai. I believe it was on mix. I can't remember if it was this golden Buddha. I can't remember the name of it, but man, what a beautiful plant! And it was thin leaf, big time, but very sugary for a thin leaf. That's what I remember. There's good stuff over here. It's just hidden, man. You know, it's not in the mainstream thing. I think the real like chocolates and the coffee flavors that I remember when I was in the States growing up, like, and the stuff that had no ceiling. You know, OG Kush, I don't care. You can smoke OG, you can smoke Durbans, you can smoke all this stuff that's gnarly. That's, you know, the couch locks you. and certain perps to have it too, but they got a ceiling. You know, you can smoke, after 10 bong hits, between 10 and 20 bong hits, you're not going to really get that much more high. You get to a certain point. But I remember my dad's and his buddies talking about no ceiling pot from Thailand and Africa as well. There were strains that you could literally smoke yourself to sleep, just like alcohol. You drink too much and you will pass out. And there was weed back in the day that you could smoke and keep smoking it, and eventually you're going to pass out. You're going to wake up and go, what happened? You don't remember even going to sleep because you literally got knocked out by cannabis. And that's not here. I haven't seen it. And I've smoked a lot of Thai weed here from buddies, homegrown to brick to Thai stick to whatever, man. And
There's
Sorry.
always a ceiling.
There's
And
always a
that's
ceiling.
That's the reason why I actually went from having 2 to 3 drinks a year to having a drink every night in Thailand, because I needed that drink to smoke with the Thai weed to actually get it to last for more than 30 minutes.
Yeah. I think Thai weed has got a lot more healing properties more than what's left, what I see. Nothing that like slugs you. Some of the stuff will get you high, definitely. I mean, head change, and it's definitely that sensitivity high, that more uplifted, but you get a head high. That
Happy high.
Yeah, happy high. That's what I get. But you definitely get a head change. So, but it's not like that. It's not like hitting anything that's cushy, hashy plant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Chris has been lucky over the past week here to 2 weeks. People have been sending him little samples of his weed.
I'm smoking Cyan OG right now.
So he's gotten a little bit more taste of that Western weed, which is kind of funny because you can start to watch Chris really get fucked up after a couple bong hits.
Get baked now. I love it.
Yeah.
After smoking Thai weed for literally, I mean, I always would pull off stuff here, and I get my beans, and I clean my plants out, and you get the bong hits with the the seed pods. Really, there's nothing left. So when I knock a plant, I kill it on pollination. So there's not much plant left. It's all bean. But that's basically how I do it, and people send treats otherwise. But now the flower's starting because I think my wife's she's gonna divorce me and kick me out because every time she grows a flower, I fly through there with pollen and knock it, and then she freaks out because she doesn't have no flowers. And
I stopped my fucking butt, you asshole.
I'm awful. I don't do it no more though. I told her I'll keep it. No more pollen. Yeah, sure. No more pollen outdoors.
Yeah, sure. It was hilarious the day that I heard her say, "You touch them pants, I'll kill you." I stab you.
Yeah, I wear this now.
Better
no
leave
more males outside. I just keep them in the room. I don't do them outside no more.
When that come out, I school already. You can see it.
It's already scary enough. You got pollen floating everywhere, right now. I mean, especially it's going to get worse for coming into the drier season. It's going to get worse. Come on, I'll show you a little bit of real quick. See, here's her little patch. These are all I foliared indoor, and I sprayed a bacteria that murdered all my plants. And these are like the survivors that I gave her. And she brought them back, cut all the leaves off because they were literally dead. And she got these back. These are all dead. Well, this one wasn't. This one was already outside. And that's a gangster cookie cross. But here's the Siam soil. This is what.
Hey, Chris, this is what you were showing earlier.
Yep, there we go.
And yeah, Steve, I'm
Ah.
sorry. And yeah, he'll lift one and puke too.
Oh, man, it's so ripe, you know, man. Oh man, that stuff, man, it chokes you, bro. Some of it, it takes the wind out of you. Yeah, that's a fish emotion. My God. Yeah, man, it's just good stuff though. I mean, it's so strong. Yeah, there we go. I'm not even sure what that one is. And then this is a soil area. This is the final mixing area for the cyan soil.
And this is inside someone's actual house, people.
This is my fucking sister. This is my wife's big sister's house, dude. She just took over her house because she been working South Bangkok, but she moved home now. She's back, but she living in the front house. But yeah, she took over her. So this is her 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 plant, her little plants, and these are more. These were seedlings that got sprayed when all my other stuff died. These things got hit. You can see the edge of the leaves are coming back, but you see this? It was burnt whole. Whatever I shot, it was kelp. I know it was liquid kelp that got a bacteria. I think it got hot in the bottle in the sun, and the bacteria, because when I sprayed the plants, like I said, the stuff that I foliated died within 2 days, were dead. I flipped the pots, looked at the roots. The roots were white, beautiful. So I know it was the foliar that murdered it, because the root system was epic on every plant. And the overspray did this to the seedlings. It just killed the outside of the leaves, but they all came back now. I mean, they all look okay now. She brought them back. And that autos, so look at the autos are just, look how big they are, and they're already flowered out because they got hit, they got stunned by the foliar. So they're starting in the flower now. This is cherry cola. I can tell by the purple. That's the cherry cola, or the Moses cake. Man, I don't know.
Yeah, that's one thing that we will have to watch over here is people buying stuff in bottles and the temperature, because all he did was spray liquid kelp on them. Yep. And whatever had built up in that bottle just destroyed his plants within 2 days.
Yeah, it killed everything, man. And the seedlings got an overspray mist. So I didn't even spray them, but they got a floated a mist onto them, and it really hurt the seedlings. Like I said, enough for me to basically take my whole grow room and give it to my wife and say, you can save what you can save, because I've got a new fleet going over, all new. So it is sometimes, whatever. But they say a master growers kill more plants than a beginner's ever germinated.
Yep. I can guarantee that one.
Man, you never know what's going on. I can't guarantee anything. There's no guaranteeing anything.
I guaranteed I've killed more plants than 3 or 4 people out there put together.
Yep. I've had stuff go sideways with anything from bacteria stuff like this to soil problems. I've had stuff go wrong in the soil before. I've had, weather issues that made the plants do stuff. Everything. I mean, yeah, I've seen it all. I said, no, because I'm seeing stuff new over here that I've never seen in California. So definitely different style of growing over here, because the climate's just nothing like it.
I just wish we were closer. I wish we were all like within 3 hours of each other.
No.
But hey, it's better that we're spread over Thailand like we are.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for someone like me that likes to do some traveling. So I can come down and make like a 4-day weekend out of it. Come down, see see you, go up and see Steve.
Yeah.
But that's basically what it is to see you 3 guys. It's got to be like 4 days.
Right.
Yep.
And I'm without a car right now, so once I get that fixed, then we'll have actual something to sit in instead of sit on.
Hmm.
How's the
I'll
leg
tell you,
doing,
you know,
anyways?
I prefer riding and driving. I mean, I was the same way in California. If there was no reason, I'm fine. If I don't need to bring anything with me or whatever, it's just me, I would be on the bike 100% with everything I could do. But if I had to go pick, you know, I'd take the truck if I any other time. But I just like riding. To me, man, I enjoy riding. I mean, that's motocross from day one, and then whatever, that was it. After like pulling in a clutch, I was hooked.
Thank you, Wes. I'm doing much better today. The
It's pretty gnarly
swelling
cut
is
you got
starting
there.
to go down a little bit.
Good to hear, man. Good to hear.
But that, you know, that's another thing you have to put up with here. There's no driving schools. Well, there are, but you really don't have to go to a driving class. And to ride a scooter, can you hold it up? You're old enough to ride it.
That's right.
And with like 5 of your siblings on the back of it too.
No,
So, you know,
I saw the best one I've seen yet. We were going to the store the other day. These guys, mind you, 2 dudes on a motor on like a scooter, but they had 3 acetylene tanks between the 2 of like full 100-pound acetylene tanks between the 2 of them, and the one
yeah.
guy's holding the 3 of them, and then kind of like around the dude's waist, and the other guy's driving. And I was like, that is the most dangerous shit I've ever seen in my entire life.
Takes the cake here. This place is amazing.
Or tell them about the pickup trucks that are like leaning towers.
They
of
wouldn't make
Pisa.
it a block. You wouldn't make it a block in the States. In any country, you would not make it a block.
Well, they've only got the plastic piled up 18 feet tall on top of the truck, and then it's over top of the front of the cab too.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
dude,
yeah, and then off the back another 8 feet. You forgot that part.
Yeah, you like that? You like the shelf off the back? That's amazing, right?
Oh, yeah.
But
Yes,
I was
dude,
like
hold
almost
on.
doing a
I got a
wheelie,
couple of
like
pictures.
almost doing a wheelie the whole time down. You know what I mean? It's just, man, I tell you, they're nuts. And then people out there by you, Cap, really got balls because now you're getting negative camber roads and all that to get involved.
Yeah.
Insane. To tell you the truth, they're just choked him up is all I gotta say. Good luck.
Yeah, there's a
And that's
lot
it.
of
That's
deaths
what it is
by
over here.
people
Choke
falling
ye.
off the back of trucks.
Yeah, choke D and up to you. Like in this country, it's up to you. That is like
Yeah.
so like legit. You know, I mean, you hear the Thai say they don't, you know, they speak English. You know, put English in it, but there you go.
There you
Some
See,
go.
Mad Max shit.
that's just
Some
normal.
Mad Max.
That's not even like a.
So
That's
this-
like a legit one.
Yeah,
The
this
cops
is a
just wouldn't
small
even
one.
blanket that.
Yeah. I've seen them where they literally are like have tree. Yeah, this guy's got tree branches stuck in it, but like I've seen them where they're clearing the traffic lights by like a 1/4 inch.
Caltrans loves these guys. They don't have to do too much work thanks to these guys. The line clearers are just loving it because these guys just clear it for them.
Yeah.
And the sugarcane trucks, those get dumb. The sugarcane, they come through our village. They'll have a guy on top of the sugarcane riding on top of the trucks. 2 people, one in the front and one in the back. So when they come up to the power wires, they have like these long bamboo sticks that they lift up the wire and then they walk as the truck goes. They walk on top of the bamboo up there
Yep.
so they can get the wires up. The truck goes under it, and then once they do that, the guy runs to the front again and waiting for the next wire. That is just, you know, if that ain't some mortar and pestle
That's
shit,
something.
I mean, that's I think it's just so old school
Yeah.
here, man.
Yeah, I've seen that in Pechabun for just big.
Yeah,
big
isn't that a
trucks.
trip though? Yeah, it's a trip how they do that. They can't get underneath the wires. So they got dudes that literally lift the wires. That's their gig.
Yeah, it's the roads here. I mean, you know, it's the highest fatality rates in Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
So,
You get dirt roads where you're at out there? I mean, are you out?
yeah, our road is dirt, but most of the streets here are paved.
Okay. Yeah. A lot
Yeah,
of Ryan is still dirt.
when you're talking 46 to 63, 64 road deaths a day, and that's at the scene of the accident. That's a lot of deaths a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Dude.
scooters that just don't
Yeah,
pay
I
fucking
see
attention.
wrecks. I see wrecks a lot. I mean, a lot. Not just scooters. I see vehicle accidents.
Everything.
A lot, dude. A lot. Like back in the States, I'd never seen an accident. Really, I can't remember the last time I seen an accident in the States. Over here, though, it's just, man. Nope. The people don't think what they're doing, I guess, at the time, or maybe it's so many people in a small area that has something to do. Because I mean, it's pretty populated for a small country, isn't it? I mean, our kingdom, or whatever. I think because I remember hearing that Bangkok, like the city of Bangkok, and like what they call the city limit area of
24
Bangkok,
million.
you could fit like 15 Bangkoks inside LA County. Okay, so check it. LA County's got 4.5 million people inside LA County, that county section. Okay, there's 4.5 million people there. You can fit like 10, I think I said 10 Bangkoks inside LA County, but Bangkok's got 12.5 million. So listen to the elbow of the asshole people compared to LA, and LA's busy.
Yeah.
So Bangkok is like almost 10 times more people in an area that's LA's 9 times bigger. With, you see what I'm saying? The condensity of the people in an area is nuts. So
And if you go a little bit farther out of that, the population actually doubles to like 24 million people.
yeah, see, but Bangkok itself is just so many in a small area. It's just nuts when you think of the size per capita over the area, the people, how big the area is and how many people are in that little area. It's just nuts. That's why
I don't think I've never seen so many vertical towers in one area, and then just driving down the road for like 30 minutes, and it just is like tower that are like 200-300 floors, like crazy. Like,
yeah,
it's
LA's
a
not like
dystopia.
that.
It looks like like the city planet in Star Wars or some shit.
Yeah, right. It does. It doesn't, because the way, you know, and you know, in the States, you got big cities, but they're so like spread out. The buildings are not like that, like you're saying. It just doesn't stop. Just bang, 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 bang. And you look at the wiring, you know, like PG&E in America, they would know what to do in Bangkok. They look at that and go, "Are you serious?"
So fuck this.
That's like when you just like those memes where you say, where it shows the people like throwing their paperwork, like "fuck this," and they're just walking away. That's like literally, because it's like you have to start from scratch. I've already, you know, a couple of people I talked to go, they're like, you know, you need to just cut it all out and start over, because that is just, that's why when that fire's there, there's like all concrete. So what is it to burn or start? There's no wood building. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
I mean, come on, dude.
This isn't even like a bad example either.
That's like handing someone a Rubik's Cube that's just been twisted to hell or something. You know, like.
But that one's actually neat because you can see where they've actually curled them up and coiled them up.
Yeah, it's the ones that
That's
are
actually
usually the ones
neat.
in the, you can find
There you
nests
go.
in the city that are like half burnt. They're from heat. You'll see like heat on the outside of the wires when you walk.
Jesus, look
and
at
you
the
can
ones
hear
on
it.
fire down there.
Yeah, listen, when you walk by them, you can hear them going.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you can hear that. I swear to
So
God,
cool.
you
Oh,
stand
I bet
underneath.
you. Yeah, I bet that hums.
Yeah, it hums. Yeah, you know the hum. You got it. That.
Oh,
And when they rock 220 and 440 or something over here, I mean, dude, good luck.
Not only that, but they run 50 hertz instead of 60, so there's like more force to it. So you can, yeah, it's fun. Like, can you imagine trying to figure anything out on that? Just fucking forget it.
Yeah. I mean, good luck. I don't think Yoda could, you know, that's just.
I actually think when they put new wires in, they just cut the old wires and don't even pull them.
They
I
don't.
think they
That's
just
why
leave them there.
that 100 cap, 100. They just run a new one every time.
Oh, it's too much work to pull it. We'll just
I
run
saw
a new
it.
one.
At the hotel,
go.
I witnessed
Holy
it.
shit.
There you go. Hey, PR, look at this. Doctor, look at this shot right there. You see it?
Yeah.
Look at the Bangkok wires.
Oh, I know it's gonna happen.
Oh man, this is the smell
Good
of
old
burnt-
Bangkok barbecue.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
Hey, that's another thing, man. You see stuff here. Like when you're just, because I spent 2 years in Samutsakan. We had a restaurant down south. That's where my youngest was born down in Samutsakan, and that's before we moved here. So it was the family had a restaurant there, and one day this when it comes to smoke, it's amazing. You got the sidecars, the food carts, okay, and some of them are barbecue. And like literally like they'll have where they turn to the side and they got their cooking area, and then like sometimes a barbecue rack off the back. And that's fine if you're rocking like a 4-stroke and you can't see the emissions coming out. Whatever, it is what it is. But like when they've got the old 2-strokes over here, there's just 2-strokes everywhere. And I'm a 2-stroke fan, dude. I love 2-strokes. And so this is like an old couple. There's like a grandma and grandpa, and they're on the thing at the barbecue, and their 2-stroke motorcycle is running like real good. It's running like a 32-1. So it's like just smoking happy 2-strokes, a lot of smoke coming off the tailpipe. But it's just a beautiful shot to see them go by at like 5-10 miles an hour. They're just cruising real slow, an old couple. As the 2-stroke coming out the pipe and the smoke off the barbecue were just intertwirling together, and the 2-stroke was probably laying on top of the chicken beautifully. I was just that blue 2-stroke mixing with that white barbecue, and it's swirling together like right over top of the barbecue.
This
I
is,
just-
this
that
is the
is-
other funny thing about Thailand. Okay, ready? 7-Elevens in Bangkok.
Probably 2 million.
Well, I know them right across the street from each other, so
Oh yeah.
It'll go
They're
it'll go 7-Eleven, then it'll be a Kodak shop, it'll be a hair salon, and it'll be another 7-Eleven. And then it'll be some Indian selling Armani, and it'll be some other another like pedicure place, maybe a massage parlor, then another 7-Eleven. And across the street, the same thing.
See, I'm just infinitely scrolling, and there's still more 7-Elevens. I'm not joking.
Yeah.
They are. There's probably over 1,000 in Bangkok, if I had to guess.
there's
There's
probably
more. There's
closer
more.
to like 5,000.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
more
so
than that.
My favorite part is they sponsor the ambulances, so you have like dudes with 7-Eleven vests when there's helping somebody in an ambulance. It's the funniest shit.
Hey, I love the
Fuck
police.
Here,
yeah.
have a hot
Get
dog.
away from me! No.
The police over here take the cake. You see some of these ranking Thai policeman vehicles. Have you seen that? Just rolling in a 5 Series Beamer, but it's not just a 5 Series Beamer with a cop paint job. It's 5 Series Beamer with a cop paint job sitting on like Bilstein struts and like 22-inch rims. Are you serious? So you're a baller in a cop. I couldn't even believe what I was seeing. I mean, some rappers don't even have this car. That are like, no.
And the cops and the regular cops, my friend who was actually higher up in not really the police, but the government agencies, he was making 25,000 baht a month. Your cops are making less than $800 a month here.
Well,
And
that's
they're
on paper.
riding
That's on paper. They make a
BMW5s.
lot more than that.
Well, yeah, I know. I offered him a job for 35,000 baht to come help me grow pot, and he turned me down because then he told me how much he really makes, and I go, I can't fucking pay you that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They all got their side gigs. hustles. But dude, but I'm serious though. This car pulled up to my house, and I was like, "What?" It was immigration officer, fucking whatever. But he's high up, been doing it for a long time. But the car though, you just don't see like literally this is we're in Thailand. So this M5 is not the M5 you get in the States. No. It's completely different. This is straight from Germany, the real deal. I'm talking AMG, real deal. And I was just like, wow. It's like that
And
turbo.
you have to realize that if it's $100,000 BMW in the United States, it costs about $250,000 here in Thailand.
Yeah, but the Mercedes or the BMWs you get here in the States, you can't even really get them right-hand drive, and the emissions that are on these vehicles don't really fly in the States. See, that's what I'm saying. These are uncorked, unemission packed fucking cars. They're not anything to do with the States. The States, like I've already been through this, the States pick out the most garbage vehicles, bottom of the barrel from each company around the world. They never get anything above the normal package. No, I don't know what to say. See, there's no diesels in the States. The only diesels you have are 8, 10 V10s and shit, 8 big cylinders. You never see 4-cylinder turbo diesels in the States because of the fact that the States don't want to pay the money because they're cheap, man. The States are whack when it comes to vehicles. I come to Asia and you see real vehicles, the same companies, but not the same vehicles. And when you find out the price of it, now I know why, because the States ain't going to pay it. You can get a Dodge V10 or a Ford F450, the sickest quad cab American diesel is still cheaper than a 4-cylinder turbo diesel over here that will pull as much as that big piece of shit any day. It's crazy. It's quality, man. And States don't get any of those vehicles. I've seen it because I know I'm from Cali and I was born in the body shop. I know vehicles. And over here, it's a whole different. We have the same vehicles, though, over here as we do in the States, but they're the low end and they're like the Toyota Corolla. It's the same car as the States and it's got the same sticker on the back. And what they use them for here, it's the taxis. Like every taxi is a Toyota Corolla. 95% of every taxi in this country or in the kingdom is a Toyota Corolla because they're the VVTi motor, the same one. I had one. I had a 2011 Toyota Corolla at home or back in Cali. It's my runaround. Great car.
I would assume the Hilux is the number one truck there.
That and the Zuzu D-Max and Fords are really good here because they're not like Fords there. They're turbo diesel. The Fords are quality here. Mazda's quality. Mazda in the States is garbage, but Mazda over here is not garbage. They have high-end Mazda that have good diesel motors, legit diesel motor. Ford, I believe. Excuse me. Yeah, Mazda. I believe you open up a Mazda hood here in this country. I guarantee it. You can open up a new Mazda and look on the block. It's going to say Ford on the block. It's not going to be a Mazda motor, 100%. They started that. I went to I used to go to the car shows in Oakland, California, to right by the basketball thing there. I forget the name of it. It was the other place right there where they have the big, I can't remember the name of it. They used to have indoor motocross there. It's also same place. But they have all the new vehicles coming out, all the new prototypes, what's coming out, and the ones that are going to be available in the States, what they picked. See, it's what you go see what the States are picking to bring in for the new cars. I used to go that all the time. And that's when I found out that we picked garbage. It was back then too, because my buddy was showing me how Ford is basically, or how Mazda is basically Ford and Ford is Mazda, vice versa. And he showed me a brand new Mazda B2600, and it was the block said Ford on it right there at the show or at the car thing, and that was back in that was like the late 90s when I think they switched, or early 2000s or something like that. That was the last time I went. But I grew up going to that stuff.
But you don't see BMW 780i's in the States. but you see
No,
them
it's,
all
no, it's
over
sad
here.
to say, but I think they still use elephant skin, which is sad. I don't like to hear it, but that's what the
What?
interior is. Not leather. I mean, that's just elephant skin crushed. I mean, it's like that car is this really expensive luxury vehicle that this dude's rolling as his daily cop car. I mean, you know what? It just looked really cool. When he pulled up, I was like, wow, dude, are you serious? This is, you're right, huh? I've never seen a cop car like this here. Are you on an MTV video? You got a clip going with E40 or something?
Nah, I
No,
just
he
think
just
he's
writes a lot of
the guy that
tickets.
comes with his hand out usually. You can deal with him a couple ways.
He must have got a bonus or something. Did something really spectacular on the job or something.
On-job bonuses, I'm sure.
Right? The perks.
And then you have to understand that probably the rest of his family is in immigration police.
Yeah, probably. The thing is here, the law enforcement shit. They're so just people, and they're not. They're up front. Kind of when it comes to the boys here compared to the states or slime. I don't want to get into it, but here, man, they just want you to pay money because they don't want to have to write the ticket. So you go down, you're gonna pay close to the same. You get probably half as much. But dude, the time that it spends to go down and pay the ticket, I get it now. Sometimes I'm just not feeling it, and I have a feeling that I'm in it nailed. And if I can, cut down an alleyway and cut over and come out past it, I will. I mean, straight up, it's not evading because I'm not evading nothing. I'm just going another route. That's simple as how it is, and it's all legit. But I'd rather pay whatever $5, $8 to $15, $20 maximum. That would be expensive. But you just don't $5, $6 American, 200 baht, and then they'll just they'll let you go, and you get a free pass too. Sometimes you get a pass. They'll give you a little piece of paper slip that you can show all day. Yeah, it's so you won't get nicked again.
Nice.
So it's cool like that. So I mean that's kind of a good idea, I guess.
Certain times when I go through town, I don't wear my helmet a lot here in town because I'm not going that fast. But there's 2 spots in town during the daytime that if I have to drive past them, I put on my helmet. Because day after day that they're just going to be there checking for helmets, and all they want it's like a 500 to 700 baht fine if you go to the court system, where it's between 2 and 400 baht.
Yep, 2 5. Yep, I paid 5 sometimes. Yep, it's worth it though. I mean,
yeah, it is. It saves time on both ends.
For those of you at home, 100 baht is about $1.50, $1.45, something like that.
Yeah, it's back up to 38 baht per dollar today.
38, nice. I love to hear. I can't believe that, man. So funny. Before I came here in 2006, first time I come to Thailand, 2006, and it was 44 or 45 baht to the dollar then. And then since then, I've seen it go down as far as 6 years ago. I watched it go down to 26 baht to the dollar. I thought it was over.
Yeah, I had to change money in during that time. And when I first came here, it was 34 baht per dollar. And then all of a sudden during COVID, it dropped down to 27 baht.
The dude got
And
low,
now
man.
it's up to 38. I am so glad I didn't buy and put money in the bank for the retirement visa back then, because I would have lost almost 20% on my money.
Yeah, that's a lot of baht. That's the thing. People don't realize how much when you switch it, that little bit of currency conversion, when it goes up, the percentage goes up, it's a lot more bot than you think. I mean, you get a lot, you know.
Between 34 baht and 38 baht, changing in 1,000 US dollars gives me 10 days of living here just on that difference in the exchange rate. But it allows me to live 10 days here in Thailand on every 1,000. And I give myself $1,000 a month to live on.
Yeah, man. If you know where to eat and the stuff here, and you know, of course, you know, we cook. You know, my wife cooks the day right here at home a lot. Yeah, but I love going out and checking new spots and new flavors, because I mean, it's something I did back home. You know, I was always down checking out new barbecue rib joints or whatever burger joints back home. I always did it. So it's not like it's just something what I do. But you know, I love the flavors here, man. There's so many places to check. It's crazy.
And if you like Thai food, you know, when we're talking about going out and checking out a new restaurant, if you're single or if you have a girlfriend, you're talking less than like $4 per meal.
Yeah.
For the both of you.
And that's like that's a drink and or a beer with that too. I mean, that's included.
Yeah. We went out the other night and bought like whatever the most expensive meat thing was at the thing with the grill in the middle, cook all that. And then we got a bunch of drinks and a bunch of extra shit. And there was like 4 of us. And I think it was like 1,700 baht, which is like not shit.
No.
That's 4 people. Damn, I've never spent that. I'm cheap.
But seriously though, it was all buffet. It was all you could eat, right?
Yeah. No, we literally sat there for like 3 hours and gorged ourselves.
Yeah. Stateside, you never find that. It'd be grip.
That's another thing here in Thailand is when you sit down with a group like that, they're not trying to push you out after 15, 20 minutes.
Yep.
Because they know the longer you stay there, the more money you're going to spend, and they've already got you in there.
Yep. No, they definitely treat customers a little bit differently and do their quite.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah, it's
relaxed.
You know, it's comfortable, man. When you go to places here, I feel more chill. I feel more like comfortable if you go in places here when I don't know what the hell people are saying than I do back home. Seriously, I feel more around strangers. Yeah, I'm not a shy person at all. I mean, I don't care if I need to like ask a question or something. I'll try. And then I'll bust out my phone and Google on people that I don't even know, translate or whatever, you know. So if I need to know something, my wife gets shy. You know, she gets all shy because I'll come up and just be like, "Oh, we're like going there. We're lost in the bike. We need no directions or something like that." I'll just be, "Oh, these guys probably no guarantee." I just pull up. She'd be like, "Oh no, wait, don't talk to these motherfuckers. You know, don't talk to them." I'm like, "Just shut up, man. What's up, buddy? Cup?" And I ask, and then next thing you know, we're right on track to where we need to go. But it's somebody they shy over there. What? Oh, thanks. They're funny like that. But at the same time, they're not shy. They're like, say you're at DMV, and I don't know you, and you don't know me. We're stuck here. We're waiting. Might have another 20 minutes to fucking 2 hours if you're DMV. You don't ever know. So you start to try and chop it up with somebody. And here it is. This is legit. I don't give a shit, man. California, where I'm from, you could get someone that's cool, just down the rap, or you get someone that people to look at you like, I don't know you, and I really don't want to talk to you because I don't fucking know you. And why are you talking to me? Now, there's a lot of that. I'm sorry to say, but there's a ton of that. And there's like really none of that here. And even if the language barrier is fucked, I've never gotten anybody to give me that vibe like I used to get from my own folk back home. I mean, people that I could speak clearly with, crystal clean, and they just go. I don't know if it's a stereotype you right off the bat. They look, because I used to have long ass fucking hair. You know what I mean? It was all fucking long, you know, and bad goatee and all that shit. And I don't know, dude. I think people stereotype in the States more than anywhere, man. And they judge a book before its cover way more. They don't do it here. First of all, they don't. I don't think they do. Maybe a cop, if like a police over here looking at somebody who looks like they might be like a gangster or something like that, like that. I'm sure they have it. But as for the people, the general people, that you deal with every day, just a different vibe. It's different. I think because it's 90% Buddhism here, and the States, I'm not talking shit at all. I'm no religious shit. What I'm saying is, diversity is a good thing. It's great to have diversity, but when you have like a ton of it, like way a lot, and nobody's on the same page, so you're gonna get like,
I will say it is like really, there's a lot of aspects of society here that are just because of the Buddhism is just really nice. Like seeing all the different animals at the temples, and just they, if people don't have a lot of money or whatever, they can go and get food at a lot of the temples for free if they just need to get by. And like there's a lot more like taking care of people and not really having expectations or caring. I think you were saying earlier too, like if someone has an addiction, the village helps them quite a bit. In a lot of places, like it's a completely different way that they kind of look at problems. They look at them like personal problem is like a society problem that they can help fix, kind of thing. It's very cool and very, very different, and much more like I remember when you were on the show the other day when you had the issue with having to help your wife out when you guys had your issues, that the community within a couple hours had your back, and you were off to go get things set right. So like just like a whole bunch of stuff. And I found that too, like anywhere where you have kind of a people that are a little less wear off, like I talked before about Jamaica, where we had our car breakdown, and then the people appeared out of nowhere, were like, hey, we'll help you fix your car. Okay, we need to get parts, it's closed, we'll take you in the morning, why don't you come stay at our house for the night since you're stranded. Like that doesn't happen anywhere in the United States. Like forget it, but that would happen. I'm sure
Amen.
In Thailand would happen, in Jamaica. Like it's a different level of kindness that people have, unless you're a dick. Everyone's pretty cool.
The Caribbean is like here, man. You're right, because I spent from like 1999 and in St. Croix or in the VI Virgin Islands there, and they're 90% Rasta. It's all Rasta, 90%. You know what I mean? And they all remind me the vibe is really similar to Thailand in the sense that everybody calls each other by grandma or grandpa or mom,
or sister.
Yeah, that's how they talk. In the Caribbean, they call my mom. They call my mom, depending on their age. They'll call her mom. They'll call her mama, or they'll call her grandma. To my mom, and they're Rasta. But my mom's been there a long time now. So, but it's funny how here it's the same. Either that's what I say to people. Wadi cup yai if it's a grandma, or wadi cup May at the store. It's not my mom, but I call her May because that's what they do here, right? That's how it's styled.
Thế ôi là từ vậy ở mò mẹ của mẹ.
Yeah.
Ôi là người của dài.
Yeah.
Or tea.
Yeah, the grandpa, Wadi cup Wadi cup grandpa. Yeah, they love it, dude. You over here, speak Thai, you call them by their OG nickname, like that, the old school style. They love to see Westerners bust that out.
Oh yeah, I've been working on it a little bit each day. I've been teaching the housekeeper stuff and vice versa, and everything else. So getting there.
Yeah, just the simple
God, I
dream.
wish I had that.
Oh dude, I was like, man, I don't miss not having that shit. I just fucking, yeah, I love it. I can't.
Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll be in, Steve.
What's that?
Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll be in. I'll be flying back from Cambodia again.
Okay, let me know, because we're gonna mob down maybe this week to Bangkok, depending on whether or not some people get back to me. And then if you know anybody else down there to meet up with, that's good people to know. Let me know. But
I can introduce you to Pat, who's Bloom Asia, and John, who's part owners in the Thai Stick Vape Company.
Cool.
But him and
Yeah.
Pat do a lot together, and they have, you heard the local boys?
Sure.
That's also their group.
Cool. That'd be dope. And then we're gonna head up to we're gonna head down to Bangkok again at the end of the month for the was it the Asia Cannabis or Asia Hemp Summit or whatever the fuck it is. And then we'll be up to Chiang Mai for the high thigh.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll have some samples. by then.
There's a Norwegian in Bangkok right now that would be a good person to meet up with too.
Cool. Yeah, shoot me their
They're
info.
starting a large grow here. And one of the guys I met, their guy that does their genetics is on Lemon Hoka's page.
Nice.
And he got here last week, so. But these are guys definitely you want to meet up with.
Cool. I know that'd be great. Shoot me their info.
Man, you bounce around a lot. A lot of you guys do. I'm always out here in a rice field. I never go anywhere. I go fishing locally, and every
It's because
every
you
once in a
grow
while I'll make
cocoa.
I don't go nowhere, bro. I'm so like just out here in the village lifestyle, bro. I don't make it nowhere. I make it to Bouillon a couple times. Went to Bouillon because I wanted to eat like cheeseburgers. I miss like, see, sometimes I miss it, bro. I miss like pizza and like legit cheeseburgers and stuff. You know, like, dude, sometimes you crave that. I love Thai food, don't get me wrong, but dude, I mean, back in the States, dude, I miss like a dank ass burger.
When I was back in the States, I didn't eat rice except for one time. I ate nothing but hamburger or ground sirloin and steak. And then, of course, whatever my parents wanted to eat. But yeah, you know, just a ground up hamburger patty fried up. That was good enough for me.
Dude, the Cali there was too much stuff. Dude, we had like bus stop pizza in the city and Blondie's and then the cheesesteak shop and the Korean barbecue joints and then these Hawaiian joints. There's too much stuff that I used to grow up back home that had like bread related and cheese related that you just don't see here.
Yeah,
They don't eat cheese and they eat
here.
very little bread. No cheese here, very little bread, and like cow milk's not a big thing here. Which, you know, I know I'm almost 50, and I know cow milk at this time. People say when you're male and you're fucking 50, you don't really need to drink milk. But dude, I'm a chocolate milk freak. I love chocolate milk, and I love real cold milk, dude. I can't help it. Like sometimes, you eat like chocolate cake or cookies or chocolate chip cookies, dude. Like the only thing that's satisfying to me after eating something like that is like hella cold milk, just 2%. I miss it. I miss it, man. In California, we had great milk. We had Crystal and we had Clover. Those two companies, I just love those two companies.
And the chocolate milk here sucks.
Choke Chai Farms, bro. Choke Chai Farms here is the best chocolate milk in Thailand. Like anybody's watching this video and you're in Thailand, dude, Choke Chai Farms is hands down the best.
Don't get that in the north.
Well, that sucks, dude, because there's this legit. It reminds me of the quality of Crystal back home. And then like the second one, if you can't get that, Dutch Milk's chocolate milk is number 2. And I know you got that at 7-Eleven.
Yeah, in small containers for
Meiji, that company, Meiji, the Thai company is good, but it tastes synthetic, man. It doesn't taste like real chocolate. Their chocolate's funky. I mean, no disrespect, but call it how it tastes.
I think some of the milk is reconstituted from powdered milk because of how long shelf life is.
That's why the Dutch milk, that's powder. That was powder, and then it was remade to fluid or whatever. They take it from the powder, I believe, here in Thailand, and they pack it here into those little Dutch milk thing.
So when you coming over, Wes?
Yeah, Wes, when you coming? You're muted.
I'm right on that. Right on that. I'll be right over.
The snow's gonna start flying and getting.
And it will.
Yeah.
It will. It always flies here for Halloween, so the kids have to
You-
fucking throw on the parkas.
You too could be looking at coconut trees
This is true.
and rice fields. All right. No, it's not actually a coconut palm. It's just a fancy one.
It'd be great to get together and do like a show all together.
Yeah, we should do that one day. There's actually there's a really cool like 12 person, maybe 14 persons could fit in there. Like little dispensary, coffee shop, and like dive bar, weed lounge. That's not a bar, it's just a coffee shop, but it's super cool, and all the walls are like super cool action figures. Like they spend a lot of time making the inside of this place nice. So it'd be fun to maybe do an episode there too sometime. Or find a cool spot somewhere nearby, maybe someplace in the mountains or something to go do.
Well, I took everybody on Eagle on the wormhole. When it used to be the wormhole, I took everybody to the White Temple, the Blue Temple, and the Black House here.
Nice.
And yes, I did puff at each one. Because when Captain goes someplace, he puffs.
Mm.
And I actually asked at the temples if I could, have a cigarette, if I can smoke. And they said, yes, over here in this area, you're fine.
Mhm.
Of course, when I went to the White Temple, they were closed. So
Well, I think
you
we'll
want
wrap
to
it
talk
up.
about a temple and you walk in and the first thing you see is a painting that has like Superman, Batman, the fucking Simpsons on it. And you're like, this is a Buddhist temple? What the fuck?
So I think we'll wrap up the show. I gotta
Yeah, man.
we have the inspectors coming in about 30 minutes, so we gotta make sure everything's already prepared. We did that earlier, but we gotta be free for all that stuff. So
Sounds
thanks
good, man.
everybody. Wes, why don't you tell everybody how to people find you?
Oh, the best place to find me is on Instagram at Wesingine, or right here on this show, obviously. And every now and then I'm over helping out on your show. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, we'll have actually a friend of everybody on the show. We'll have Infamous Gardens on tomorrow. Em will be our guest tomorrow morning. So it'll be 9:30 Thai time, 7:30 p.m. Pacific.
Damn.
So
You gotta dig in the times, man. At least it's a normal time. All the other shows are so late. If you want to be on, I love it.
yeah. Well, how do people find you there, Captain?
They can find me on Instagram. It's Ohio's Captain, just like on the screen, CAPT_Dane.
No.
You can find me here, hopefully more on time instead of being late like I have, and I apologize for that. You can find me over on SCP, and you can find me late night on Eagle Show. Weed Nerd World.
And what about you, Cannabis Seeds? How do people find you?
IG, just search Canatai. I'm on there, Canatai Seeds, and Facebook. Same. You can search for Siam Soil. Yeah, Siam Soil. You can search Siam Soil in the search bar or Canatai Seeds. You'll find there's a group, Canatai Seeds Official. It's a private group, but you're more than welcome to come in. It's sharing knowledge and stuff like that. And then Siam Soil Official is the page. You can go ahead and hit that up.
So, thanks everybody for watching, and I'm Potent Ponics and SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, all the things. We will be live tomorrow with another Thai grower. So that'll be a lot of fun. The guy we were hanging out with this last weekend. So I think you guys are going to really enjoy it. He's done a lot of other different breeding projects out here, and is also used to run a hydro store in Buriram for many years. So he's seen a lot of the scene here, a lot more than most. So it'll be a fun episode for sure. All right, guys.